Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I turned it off. Aha! What up, y'all? It's the R9cast, the official Blood Edition Con Crucial Super Dope Show for Reservoir9.com, representing allgames.com. I am Stephen D. Agibson. That's my name. Say the same. Something like that. Words. We're gonna talk. You know what we're gonna talk about today. I was gonna be like, oh, we could talk. Okay, this is what I'm gonna say. We could talk about Shazam if you want. So in chat, if you want to say, yeah, let's talk about Shazam, we could do that. We talk about Star Wars. We gonna talk about Star Wars. Okay, Star Wars is crazy. But before we go to get to that, because there's not just one trailer. There's two trailers. Two brand new juicy yum yum trailers. One's like, aw, snap. One's like, Anyway, but if you want to join the Discord and all that stuff, you gotta go allgames.com/live. There's a big old button that says Discord on it. You click it, and then bing, boom, bam, you're there. Super easy, simply dimply. Let me alert the masses that I am, how do you say, streaming. I'm streaming. Because nobody loves me anymore. Well, nobody loved me to begin with, but nobody really loves me anymore. So I have to do it myself. Nobody, I hear cars. Nobody loves me. On today, I can't spell. Today's show. Star Wars says, yay! All right. I'm gonna have to turn on my AC at one point because I just turned it off like 2 seconds ago. It's already hot. Just a little bit of a warning, because I still haven't finished my little. I'm gonna call it the Bose enclosure for ACs, because you know how Bose, if you crack open any good speaker, the speaker faces out usually. And then the back part of it where the magnet jumps and dances, there's like it looks like a muffler inside of it, basically. And if you know about mufflers deaden sound by bouncing and rebouncing, so that the sounds kind of cancel each other out. That's how mufflers are designed. It's just there's a cavity open, and then there's little grooves like this, little things, and then it goes bing boom boom boom, and it bounces all over the place. I sounded like Trump right there. It goes bing boom boom boom, and then it cancels it out, so it doesn't sound as loud, like plap plap plap. No, it sounds like that. It sounds like butter 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 butter, like butter butter butter, not like plap plap plap. But yeah. So that's what I'm gonna try to do for my AC. I'm gonna have the intake, of course, which is the most important, and I have a thing where it's gonna shoot up. I already have that the vent and stuff made, so that's fine. But I need to do some sound, at least deadening. It's not gonna deaden it 100,000%, but I can cut it probably by 50%, which is good. And by the way, Tiger Woods did win the Masters today. We were at, that's the thing I could talk about. We went, it was my brother's birthday today. Happy birthday, Aforito! And so we took his nephew. It's like, it's my brother's birthday, so we took his nephews out. Anyway, they're young, they're kids, so we take them out. He's there too. He had fun too, I guess, hopefully. So we went to the pinball museum in Del Rey. And I asked the guy there, I would assume he was the owner. I don't know. He was an older gentleman, so I was like, he's probably the owner. And I just happened to be at Del Rey Affair today, which is like a 10-block long, super arts and crafts, not arts, well, art selling thing where people make stuff and they sell it there, and it's pretty cool. It was pretty warm out there, and I had this black t-shirt on, and I was like, I was hot. I was hot. Words. Anyway, we were in the museum most of the day. And it's called, I have a picture. I took a picture a long time ago of it too, but I just don't remember. It's called Silver Ball Museum. Duh. There's one in Jersey, I believe. I guess. But yeah, that's it. So yeah, why is the pictures? Oh, because there was lights right there. That's why. Anyway, so the oldest I thought I saw the oldest the oldest pinball machine that I found was called Knockout, and it was from 1950. And I was like, here's an old one, it's showing picture 63. And I saw this one around the corner. I was like, oh shoot, this is even older. It was so old. It was made. I mean, all of them are pretty much made out of wood, but this one was all wood. You know, all one whatchamacallit. And the space between, I think this one was, no, this was a different one. The space, I don't know if y'all can see that. Y'all probably can't see that. Focus. The space between the flippers was like twice as big as today pinball. I was like, dang, they weren't playing back in the day. And it made me think about like, oh, okay. You know how the older generation usually says, oh, you kids don't know how rough it was back in my day, blah, blah. Every generation says that, right? So, like, my pop's like, oh, man, it was rough when I was growing up. And then now I'm telling millennials, yeah, it's kind of easy now. I mean, in certain respects, kind of easy now. I mean, some stuff is hard. Like getting into college without having a mommy to bribe your way in, that's hard. And not getting caught, that's hard. Right, Lori? Just saying. Yeah. But it's also easier today because you have all the information at your fingertips. So, ergo, therefore, you don't necessarily need to go to college. The college people don't want you to hear that. They don't want you to hear that. You'd be like, yeah, you should go to the School of Visual Arts in New York City. Spend, I forgot how much it was per year when I was going to go, but it was a lot. So I'm pretty sure it's 1,000 million times more. But honestly, don't need to go there. Like, you could go on the internet and learn any theory that you want. It's all about the person. If you want to learn, the information's out there. You don't need to spend thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars at an escuela to learn. Now, if you want a paper that says you went someplace, that's a different story. If you want like accreditation, that's a different story. If you want the hookups that come up with going to a certain school, alumni and all that, that's a different story. That's what you're paying for. You're not paying for the knowledge. The knowledge is out there. You're paying for the hookups. You know what I'm saying? So college has some benefits, I guess. You know, if you want to do it that way, but whatever. Anyway, it's just not about college and the college scams and all that stuff. This is about the Silver Ball Museum for the first couple of minutes. Then we're gonna jump into Star Wars because it ain't. Come on, son. I was like, but anyway, Silver Ball Museum. So I talked to the old gentleman who I think is, let's just call him the owner. I talked to the owner. He's like, I was like, so what's your policy about filming, quote unquote filming? You know. And he's like, oh, we don't care. Just come in and just show your show. We just love people just to enjoy. And so I was like, this guy's great. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to do some stuff here. I want to film a video, actual music video there, and also I want to show. What I was gonna do is highlight every game. There's a lot of games in there. Highlight every game and do it in chronological order from the oldest to the newest. It sounds like a good idea, but it's a lot of work. So I have to figure out a way to do it so that it's I'm gonna have to figure out a way to how to do it, and I don't think I'll be able to use the sound in there because all the machines are on, so it's super loud. And I don't think I'll be able to go in there and be like, yeah, just turn this machine. That's not how it works because everything's plugged up together, you know. Even if it's empty in there, it's still loud because of all the ambient noise and the tracks and all that stuff. So I'll probably have to do voiceover and stuff. So that's a little bit more production, but I think that's something I want to do. Because not too many people do. I mean, I'm not a pinball head like that. I enjoy them, but not too many people do that. Not too many have like dedicated pinball videos. So I think going through the history of the pinballs that are there. They've been there for 3 years, so I don't think they're going anywhere. Because we got there around 11:30, right? And it was like 2 people in there or something. There's nobody in there. It's a ghost town. We left. When we left at 3:30 or whatever, we were there for like a while. It was jumping. I was like, dang, okay, this place is real busy. So, yeah. So I'm not afraid of it. Like, oh man, it's gonna close down. Like, nah, I think they're good, but you know. And I only had one problem with one machine. I think it was the Lord of the Rings machine. No, the Hobbit machine. The Hobbit machine had one of the flippers was sticking. But other than that, and I don't know, there were 2 machines that were off. Zaxxon was off, which I was mad because Sega, and Gorf. I think it was Gorf, which I don't remember what Gorf was like. I don't think Gorf was anything I wanted to play, but I was like, oh, I like shooters. What else? But everything, I mean, it's all old stuff, so it's not like, oh wow. They had one MAME cabinet there. But they didn't have like the good racing games like, you know, Outrun and all. I think that's where he's missing. He needs a Sega MAME. He needs like Afterburner, Outrun, Power Drift, Galaxy for all that stuff. If he had you know what? If Sega themselves made an official Sega arcade cabinet with all their greatest hits, you know how many people with Dave and Buster's would scoop them up? This place would probably scoop it up because, you know, one cabinet it's about space in that place. There is space in there, but they're limited. So if one cabinet goes, you know, if they could replace, you know, well, that's not really replacing it, but if you put, you know, that one cabinet that has, you know, 10, 20 games on it, boom, they're good. That's like, yeah, okay. And especially if it's official from Sega. I know Sega still makes hardware. They still make arcade games. That's one thing they can make and they should make. Honestly, I think regular people would buy those as well. They would just be like, all right, yeah, I'm going to buy that. You know, it's official Sega arcade. Yes, I'll buy that. And if they do like AM2 or do a mini version or something where you can plug into a TV or something, like say if you do a mini version where you can plug into a TV and you can plug into your own controllers and stuff, USB or whatever, you could essentially put that little arcade cabinet in a bigger version of that arcade cabinet to make it full size and put full size controllers, and it would be super dope. I'll be like, okay, you know what? I'll buy that. I'll buy that for $100 or whatever. You know, I'll be in there like. But anyway, step aside from my Sega fandom for a second. Let's talk about my Disney fandom, Star Wars. So the news that the Star Wars service is coming out. This all happened. I guess Celebration just happened, and this is all coming out. The new Disney whatever it's called Plus or Disney All Access whatever it's called. It's what is it $6.99 a month, $7 a month. That's a good price. I'm just saying that's cheaper than Netflix by almost half, and you get all the Disney stuff, and you get all the Marvel movies, and you get all the Star Wars stuff, and you get all the cartoons and stuff, all the back. Come on, son. I could sit there and watch Aladdin, and then the new live action of Aladdin. I don't know why I would do that back to back. I would do it back to back. You know, mad streamers are gonna do that. Well, I can't say that because you can't really stream their content. But anyway, there'll be YouTubers that do it. They'll say, let's review both the things and you know. So that in itself, the culture of the internet in itself would give that service. Well, people will sign up for it. Not just parents wanting the kids want to watch, you know, unlimited Disney stuff. You know, there's other reasons. And it's just like Game Pass. You know, a lot of streamers will sign up for Game Pass because $10 a month, where you got $100, over 100 games, right? And you can just jump into games like, okay, we're gonna play this, and you know, for a streamer, that's like price. That's very, it's not priceless, but it's a good investment because, you know, you have access to all these games, and you can, you know, do your thing on those games, even though that's not how it kind of works, but still, you know, it gives you flexibility instead of, oh, I gotta buy all these games. You know, now you don't have to buy all the Xbox's games. You just sign up for Game Pass, you know, and that's what they want. They want those numbers. They don't want unit numbers. They want subscription numbers, subs. They want subs. Sony don't get it yet. They don't get it. They still living in 1982. Okay, they still living in 1997, 95, whenever the PlayStation came out. They still living back in the day. You know, that's that old school Japanese stubbornness. I don't know. I'm not Japanese, so I can't say. I'm Chinese, so that's different. That's different flavor. Anyway, Star Wars. So, the internet, or more importantly, Disney dropped the Star Warses on us yesterday and today. I mean, yesterday and the day before. Let's go Star Wars. I should actually just go here, and then it's probably right the first thing, right? Probably not. I know I watched it already, so it's in here somewhere. But so they dropped the Star Wars Fallen Order trailer came out yesterday, and then before that was the Star Wars uh the new what's it called? Rise of the Skywalker? The Rise of Skywalker. Wow, I already forgot the title. But it's that, pretty much. So I want to talk about the Jedi Fallen Order first, because it's the least impressive. And I'm going to tell you why. Just in my opinions. Let's move it over. Oh, I'm glad it's not playing, because it's dumb. You're dumb. Stop it. Stib up doop doop boop. So let's pull it. Okay, there. Boom. Look at those graphics. All right, so I'm not gonna go full screen because I don't want people getting mad and stuff. The story is I think that's when it happens, right? It's one of the last surviving members of the Jedi Order after the purge of Order 66 is now a Padawan on the run. Experience all new single-player Star Wars story from Respawn Entertainment. All right, so the problem with this, and I got that. Oh, okay. First of all, they didn't show any quote unquote gameplay where the player is controlling the character. They didn't show that, so we don't know if this is third person or first person yet. Probably first person, because that's all that Respawn has done so far, and they do it well. So that's not the problem. Yes, we're gonna talk about they showed footage from Mandalorian. Okay, maybe I'll check that out too, but I'm not worried about the Mandalorian just yet. Let's talk about the Fallen Order, the Jedi the Fallen Order. I guess I could change this over to here. Hold on, change this to here. There you go. So the Fallen Order. So he's like, oh no, mute that. He's like, oh man, dun, 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 like that, right? And then what happened? He's like, oh man, I'm on the Star Wars subway. Ching, ching, cling, ching, ching. Anyway, this guy's name is, who cares? Doesn't matter. First thing is, this is like the yin to the yang when they came out with the wow, what was that other Star Wars game called? The two latest one with the dude from Days Gone. It was Darth Vader's apprentice. It was the Force. It wasn't the Force Awakens. I'm like, it's like the Force Awakens, doesn't it? Okay, so we're gonna find out what that is real quick, so that my brain doesn't Unleashed. The Force Unleashed. There you go. So the Force Unleashed and the Force Unleashed 2. This gave me that feeling like, oh, it's a Force Unleashed. It feels like it. Except there's a Padawan. You know, he's a Padawan. You know what I mean? So. And these are probably maybe in engine, of course. Well, some of them are. I'd say some of them are, because some of them are like in engine cutscenes. You could tell, like, oh yeah, it's an engine cutscene. You could tell because the face is kind of wooden or whatever. Some of it is pre-rendered, maybe in engine, probably. Not too sure about what engine they're using, but it's all possible with today's technology. But some of it is just, it's just cutscene stuff. You know what I mean? So it's hard to tell. But I think that for the majority, like this stuff right here, this is all cutscene stuff. In engine, sure, but not like gameplay. Yeah, let me see that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's all possible. Oh, that's cool. I didn't notice that droid back in there before, but that's cool. Let me show you where I thought was whatchamacallit, in engine, but there, right there, that hold up, go back, hold up. All right, so let me see if I can. No, it's hard to do it on hard to do it. There it is, right there. So if you look at the rubble coming off, it's like, that's like Titanfall rubble. That's like, you're looking at it, you're like, hold up, that's video game rubble right there. That's like, because when you pre-render something, I'm the expert now. I'm an expert at CG. When you pre-render something, it would not look like that. It's going to look way better. So this part right here feels like it's definitely in engine. You know what I mean? So that's the only part that I saw. Like, yeah, that looks like an engine. And everything else kind of like that's pre-rendered. That's pre-rendered. That might be that looks like it's an engine right there. Because there's a little bit of a different. You could tell a little bit of a different. That's. I mean, that's all in engine, but like I said, is it running live or is it pre-rendered stuff? Which does matter because it lets you know what the quality of the actual game is. And it's kind of like Gears of War. Gears of War does that. They do a lot of pre-rendered stuff, but it still looks good. It's not like super close to it, but it still looks pretty good. Okay, I'm hot now. I'm officially hot now. I'm hot. Hot tub. Force Unleashed. Yeah, you said it. Yeah, man, it's hard to type fast and while being in a hurry. Hurry for what? To fap? Oh, how's the computer build? Pace, what's up? Pace, what's up? Heck, what's up? Terglow. GOT tonight, I have company. Yay, Pace has a girlfriend. Pace has a girlfriend. Girlfriend, girly girls. Netflix and chill, even though it's not on Netflix. Yeah. Sorry, what was that? So let's get to the real meat. Well, my thing is Star Wars Fallen Order. Respawn to make a good game. It'll be good. But it's still gonna be like, okay, what's the gameplay? You know what I mean? It's really about the story and the characters, because there's only so much you could do with gameplay, you know. But that's not even the thing. The thing that I don't know if that was Respawn's call or EA's call, whether to release this during whatchamacallit, Star Wars, whatever was happening. But to release it after the Rise of Skywalker. No. Come on, son. The Rise of Skywalker killed it for the internet. They were like, what is this Jedi for? Who cares about the... Let's go back to that other 2-minute video that was just like, what? So let's go to that one. Because I'm like, I don't care about freaking... I don't care about Rise of Skywalker. I don't care about the Fallen. I mean, I'll play it. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to play... Dang, 20 million views already 2 days ago. I'm going to play the Turboder. I'm finna play. I'm going to play. Can I say it? Can I? Okay, I'm going to actually say it. I'm going to play the Fallen of the Jedi's of the Respawn game. Gonna play that. Do you think Rey is a Skywalker or is it referring to Kylo Ren? He's technically a Skywalker. I think Skywalker is a... See, I was thinking about this, right? Was born of the Force. He didn't have parents. Shmi Skywalker, sure. Shmi the slave was his mommy. But no, that's not... No, he's Jesus. Anyway, he was born technically chosen one, right? And I think the same thing goes for Rey. Rey is a Skywalker in the sense that she was born of the Force. The reason why her parents are unknown is because she was born of the Force. You know, the mom probably gave her away, whatever. Might be unknown. Maybe she knows exactly who carried her, but she was never impregnated, quote unquote, you know, Virgin Mary and all that stuff. So, you know, I think that's what it refers to more than, she's Han Solo's other kid or something like that. I think, or Palpatine was messing around because Palpatine, son, come on, son, Palpatine laughing at that. I was like, what? I was like, okay, hold up. So now here's a theory. Snoke was a clone of Palpatine, right? Palpatine was a clone of Palpatine. The original Palpatine wasn't the actual original Palpatine. So remember, when the first 3 movies were happening, the Clone Wars didn't happen yet, and cloning was they were cloning. That's how the Stormtrooper army rose up, because they were cloning in not Geonosis. Where were they? I forgot what the water planet was called. But Tycla says Palpatine had clones in the EU. Well, the EU doesn't matter anymore. We're talking about the now you, the NU. Being born of the Force is kind of like the one in the make. Yeah, kind of. Kylo Ren is half Skywalker since Leia is his mother. Palpatine might be Anakin's father. Yeah, that's creepy. That's creepy. But if they want to keep it pure and say, okay, whether it's not Sidious was Palpatine. What was the other dude's name? Dude, the guy who mastered the to stay alive forever. It was Palpatine's whatchamacallit. So here's another whatchamacallit. Here's another theory that Palpatine's master, whose name is escaping me right now, not Lord Sidious, that was Palpatine. Plagueis. If Plagueis, yes, Darth Plagueis. Thank you, Hecht. If Plagueis cloned himself, and Palpatine was a clone of Plagueis. So say Plagueis is getting in his age, so he had himself cloned. Like back, he had, whatever, a cloned little embryo, then he had it frozen. Like, yo, all right, grow my clone right now, right? And so, just kind of like what Jango did, with Jango and Boba, right? So Jango Fett was the original. He had Boba. Boba Fett is Jango Fett. The same DNA, just, another generation. So if Plagueis cloned himself and made a younger version of himself, called him Palpatine, right? And then Palpatine, Plagueis knew. He said, yeah, I'm old. It's time for me to go. Yeah, it's your turn, son. I know that's not the way of the Sith, but, he probably did it in a way so that his legacy or whatever could go on. And so Palpatine offs Plagueis. Now Palpatine pretty much does the same thing, and clones himself again. Now, is the clone of a clone a dumber? Kind of like Multiplicity and Michael Keaton. Like the more times you copy it, the dumber it gets. But anyway, if Chad Vader. Anyway, if Palpatine is a clone of Plagueis, and if what's his name, if Palpatine cloned himself as a young one, right, at the same time, also had, saved his egg or whatever, embryo, and cloned himself later, then he could have a younger version of himself. And also, Snoke could be a clone of Palpatine, or Snoke could be that first clone of Palpatine, right? And because he's all scarred, so like maybe that's what happened when he fell down the shaft. He hit his head a couple of times, bing, boom, bing. You know what I mean? Like, how'd you get that scar in your head? Oh, well, my apprentice threw me down a freaking energy shaft and one of the Death Star. Yeah, you know how it happens. So that's what I'm like, okay, that seems like a little bit of a, okay, so let's play this. No sound, though, because we want to be fair to, I don't know, who cares? Lucasfilm, they have enough freaking money. Or maybe not. I'm breathing. Oh my gosh, it's hot out here. How is my makeup so good? I think her makeup color is a little off from her neck. Her neck is a little darker, so I think they messed that up a little bit. I'm just saying. It could have been a little bit darker. But then we would be like, why are they trying to blackface? I thought the sand gets everywhere. Every generation has a legend. So the thing about this trailer is that it's a teaser, but man, is it so good. It's like, wow, this trailer is better than the whole of The Last Jedi. She still runs funny. I don't care what you say. That's just how she runs. She still has the same haircut. But look how she runs. She runs funny. I'm just saying. But the flip is dope. Flip it, ding, 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 ding. And this, she's going to cut the TIE fighter in half with her. That'd be dope if that happens. Watch this. That's a dope camera move right there. CG. That's all CG. Kylo Ren, body slam, boosh. That was all right. I'm going to fix my helmet. And then he's like, yo, I got dreads, man. And then they got the people crying about the blow dry. Lando! Sorry. Hold up. People were crying about the hair dryer droid. I was like, whatever. And they got the speeder bikes. And then these guys on the planet, and then there's an A-wing, right? I think. And then crying Leia, like Carrie Fisher. And that's a cool shot. Zooming past them and stuff. That's dope. And it's Star. So that's Endor, right? That's got to be Endor. And that's Emperor Laughs. And that's the end. And then it's Dan, Dan. Oh, you don't hear it. Anyway. But yeah, so that's how it ends. So let's go back. So she's breathing. That's nothing. Breathing. A lot of that breathing, that breathing is like 30 seconds. Almost 30 seconds before the TIE fighter gets. More than 30 seconds. Let's see. Before the ship gets into frame, it is 52 seconds before, 53 seconds before the freaking ship gets into frame. 53 seconds before anything. You know what I mean? So that's like, okay, you build the suspense, oh yeah, okay. And then she does this super dope flip, and that was kind of fly. I was like, okay, that's dope. She still looks like she's getting her Jedi on, but she doesn't know what she's quite doing. Hold up. She's like, oh, like squeezing them glutes or something, I don't know. Pause. So look at that TIE fighter, baby. That's nice. That's nice right there. Now, they're assuming that ship is the same as that Kylo Ren's piloting that ship. I don't think so. Yeah, Lando was pipping. He's like, ha ha ha. That's why, if you ever noticed, Hacked, the first Millennium Falcon, the first shot of Millennium Falcon, the first version of the Millennium Falcon is Colt 45 colors. Blue and white, baby. Yeah, Colt 45. Drink it. I don't remember what the tagline was. But they have Game of Thrones Oreos? Wow. Billy says that Respawn Star Wars game looks good. No, it doesn't, because I ain't seen it in the game. I saw a lot of trailer stuff. Show me gameplay, son. Show me some cinematics. I could watch I could watch the cinematics for freaking Battlefront 2 and be like, yeah, that looks good. And then you play it, and it's like hot garbage. Hot garbage, yeah. It's hot and yummy. Hot. Just saying. But I like big, but so here's the thing. I've been building spaceships. I've been messing around with hard modeling in Blender, and I'm looking at this like, yes, of course that's CG. But I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, yeah, I could build that. It'd take a while because there's a lot of detail. But that's the thing, So, but I look at it, I was like, yeah. I mean, I've always liked the spaceship designs and stuff. So there's no secret about that stuff. Oh, I want to see this as well. And that's the A-wing, I believe. No, that's not the A-wing. I don't think that's the A-wing. The A-wing's on another shot. Oh, where's that? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I have a couple of toys of the A-wing. As she's building spaceship. Yes, I am in Blender. You don't watch my stream, Blender? I'll probably stream a little bit tonight. I'm on the third version of the shuttlecraft that I'm building for my bigger ship. It's not a shuttlecraft. It's more of a puddle skipper, if you will. It's just a one-man type of ship. Kind of like a motorcycle or a car, except in space, so it's not open air. But anyway, I look at a scene like this, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's CG. It's like that's what I hate about YouTube, man. God, give me frame by frame. You know what I mean? So dumb. But like all of this is CG. None of this is real. So I look at stuff like this and I'm like, okay, all right, I could do that. I mean, I don't have an i7, which is crazy. That's just Kylo Ren body slamming. He looks kind of like a rebel. People were like, oh, it's a One of the Knights of Ren. He's fighting them. And I was looking at him like, maybe, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. And then I can't really get the helmet. Where's he body slamming? Punk ass. 6'5". That's weird. I don't know. This is not. Anyway, that's his helmet. The Kylo Ren helmet. Wait, go back. There it is. So who was building that? That was like Chewbacca's cousin with the hair. Somebody's building his helmet back again. Who knows? Maybe that's Han Solo. He got trapped down and no, he died in the thing. All right, next. There's your. Oh, wait, sorry. There's your boy. attack the block, and I like name Annihilation dude, Kylo and Finn. I like Finn's little, dready afro. All right, he looks more like a, I don't know what he looks like, but he looks better. His afro was a little bothering me. Yeah, they needed to do something with this. They should have given him a fade, honestly. I guess that would date it too much, right? Probably. The sound was awesome. And there's wait, it was these two. Yeah, the two droids were at first. It was BB-8 and Hairdryer HD. I don't know what his name is. There's no toys out there yet to spoil it. It's Lando. Look at your boy. You know what? How old is he? 125. He looks not bad for how old he is. Although he's been wearing that shirt for a long time. I mean, his shirt was blue in Empire Strikes Back. Maybe it was Blue Tuesdays or something. And it's Yellow Saturday. I don't know what day it is. I don't know how days work in Star Wars. But that's the same shirt Donald Glover was wearing in Solo. That's what I'm saying. And he's got the mustache. He could have shit. Could he shit? No, I guess he had to keep the mustache. But I heard people complaining about early 80s. Okay, that's good. I heard people complaining that, why did they dye his hair, but they didn't dye his mustache? I'm like, man, y'all need to shut up with the y'all need to. It's Billy D. There's a Colt 45 somewhere in here. It's probably right. That's the top of it. You see it? The can, there it is, right there. That's the top of the Colt 45 can right there. He's like, all right, baby, smooth on the Colt 45. I don't know what the tagline is. Now, you know what? I'm gonna look it up real quick. But theories, we're gonna go through theories. We're gonna see. I haven't read any theories online. Colt 45 tagline. Paps. I didn't know Paps made that. Oh wow, Red Fox was a okay. If unique is what you seek. Okay, that's dumb. Billy D. Let's see. Billy D. Williams. I forgot what Billy D. Williams' middle name stands for. It's a crazy name. Dang, he's 82. Okay, cool. Loretta Williams is his sister. Corey D. Williams is his son. Hanako Williams is his daughter. Okay. Let me look at his IMDb real quick. I was about to blow up my chair. Let me see what this is. Oops.
If you want to have a good time. Rule number 1, never run out of Colt 45. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1.
Awesome.
You want to know why you should keep plenty of Colt 45 on hand? You never know when friends might show up. I don't claim you can have a better time with Colt 45 than without it. But why take chances?
The power of Colt 45. It works every time.
That's not it. That is not it, but that's funny. That's pretty funny. 44. I think that was kind of the one, right? Let me see. It works every time. I think that might have been it, right? Pop. Pop. Whoa. It's 45. Whoa, this is a high budget video. Ooh. It works every time. I guess that's it. Okay. Enough. Sorry. It works every time. That's what I'm saying. Okay, I gotta turn the AC on. I'm precipitating. I put it on low, but it'll still be loud. Anyway, so that's Lando. It works every time. It works. He's got to say that in the movie. Come on, son. If JJ had when you pop the top, the panties drop. I don't think that's it. So I think that he needs to. It works every time. Did he say that in the other original Star Wars? It works every time. It feels like he did, right? But he said something similar to that. I know he said, it's not my fault, but that was a running joke with Lando and Han. I think. Works every time. Yeah, he's got to say works every time. If he doesn't say it works every time, then J.J. Abrams has lost a spot in the greatest writer. Not the greatest writer, but, writer-director. He's not the greatest writer. But I'm saying he's good. Look at freaking Lando. Man. Look at the Millennium Falcon, my favorite ship of all time. If y'all don't know. The Millennium, I can't even say it. Millennium Falcon. The Falcon, my favorite ship. The Falcon, my favorite. I have the Falcon everywhere. I have Falcon G-strings. I have that one pink T-shirt that's a Falcon T-shirt. The Corellian CT, blah, 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 whatever. But I like it. The saga, whatever, comes to an end. And there's I guess those are moisture evaporators. That's what they look like. And then there's some sort of speeder. I'm not gonna say it's a speeder bike. It kind of looks like the ships from Solo, actually. Those. And then there's a different speeder, so it's a chase. Oh no, so the first speeder is what Poe and Poe and C-3PO and Finn are driving. And who else is on that ship? I thought it was four entities. I think there's another droid on there, right? BB-8 might be on there, maybe. Oh wait, it shows right there. No, it's just these three. So 3PO, Poe, and Finn. Sorry about the pops. But also I want to go back here, where you see these guys. They're like on Harry Potter broomsticks, right? Look at that. They're like flying away. Like, yo, hold up. Speeder bikes don't fly that high. They're hugging the ground. What's this? What's this new technology here? So they're rocking the Harry Potter. So he's got a regular, get the old school land speeder. Maybe his anti-gravity motivator is broken or something. But he's like, I got the Patronus flying my Empire broomstick. Whatever. And there's the Broca A-Wing. I guess it was an A-Wing. I don't know. I don't know if that's an A-Wing or not. It kind of looks like one, but not. Yeah, that's an A-Wing. That's an A-Wing. I have a couple of different variants of that too. And that, I guess, is the medal that they had in A New Hope that they gave out at the end, at the ceremony. So that looks like Leia's hand, I believe. So maybe she's reminiscent about it. And there she is saying, Carrie, what's up? And she's crying because she's a good actor. I like this shot. Well, this shot is cool. And then when they reverse it. So if you look at the wardrobe design language, I mean, Chewie's the same. Bandolier. Droids don't count. He's got his arm. Whoopie-doo. Rey has the white. She's got a little pop in the collar a little bit. That's all right. And a little ding-dong thing. She's white instead of gray from the last movie. Poe looks like Indiana Jones, basically. I mean, for real, except he has boots. But he's kind of like Han Solo, but Indiana Jones, kind of. And Finn is like, he's kind of like, he's kind of, not an analog, but he's similar to the Poe character in that, well, it's pretty much known that Poe has Force talents. He's not a Force user or anything, but he's Technical says maybe is Leia finally giving Chewbacca his medal. No, Chewbacca is not human, so he doesn't deserve those things that the humans. Just kidding. Maybe she gave him a medal for being being Han Solo's friend for so many years, keeping an eye on him, even though he still died in his presence. It's like, you're supposed to protect him, Chewie. What the hell? You know what it was? He actually got a medal, but Leia took it back. Cause you failed. Give me your medal back. He's like, shut up. I told you to not have him die. Your job was to keep him alive, and you failed. Get out of my face. And she let him keep the Falcon because honestly, she didn't have any. She had no right over Falcon. That was kind of Chewie and It was really Han's ship, sure, but let's say Chewie was, he's second in command, whatever. And I guess Lando inherited it back. That's weird. Yeah, Star Wars is greater than Game of Thrones. It kind of is. Yeah. Like, I'm not going out to buy no Game of Thrones toys, but I'll damn sure buy a freaking Millennium Falcon model in a quick second. If they get some good ships in this one, I might be like, yo, I might get that ship right now. But the thing is, another thing, J.J. Abrams versus Ryan Johnson versus J.J. Abrams. Now, people are crying, oh, J.J. Abrams, the Force Awakens. Oh, it's too much like a new Luke Skywalker would do that. He would do this. Wait. Y'all complained about the last movie being too much like the other movies. This is not that. So now you complain about something. People just not happy. You can't do nothing. People gonna cry about it, right? So, your boy J.J. I have faith in J.J. Abrams in that. Well, first he's gonna make a great movie. He's gonna be. If you look at the action of The Force Awakens versus The Last Jedi, the action in Force Awakens just feel like I just watched the Millennium Falcon, the first flight when they take it off of Jakku. I'm like, yes, that's what I want. I want Millennium Falcon. Give me 4 minutes of Millennium Falcon flying around. That's why I like Return of the Jedi so much. That's why I like The Empire Strikes Back so much, because the Millennium Falcon had a spotlight, son. You know what I mean? And they did the same thing in The Force Awakens, where they had that freaking the choreography. Sure, it's all CG, but how they shot it, the lenses that they used. I know it's CG, but in CG you do use lenses. You have your focal length. You have all the same thing, just like regular cameras. Same thing applies in CG. That's why it looks a certain way. That's why there's this one shot where it's like probably a 50 mil or probably a longer lens. And like the Millennium Falcon's kind of like flying in the foreground, and the TIE Fighters in the background, and it's like they have a depth of field and stuff. And I was like, okay, that's kind of dope, yo. I never seen a shot like that in a Star Wars movie. And I give Ryan Johnson credit with the hyperspace explode the whatchamacallit, the Star Destroyer. That was dope. But now people are like, well, not now, but people are like, oh, now you broke whatchamacallit. Now freaking hyperspeed is broken in Star Wars. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Like, oh, now fuel. Oh, now fuel exists. I'm like, fuel always existed. What do you think they were doing on Hoth? You think they were just praying and then the energy would go into the... No, they were sitting in the ice cave, glugging some gasoline or whatever they used, those little glowy crystals, inside of their freaking speeders so that they could, bust some stuff out. That stuff don't run on hopes and wishes, run on gas. So people are dumb. People cry about the stupidest things, And now that I think about it, and we went back and watched the Force Awakens. Force Awakens is a good movie. If you watch The Force Awakens and you watch The Last Jedi, regardless of how you agree which way the characters went and stuff, The Force Awakens still feels like a better movie. Like watching it, like, oh yeah, it feels like kind of honest, if you will, or earnest. I think the problem with Ryan Johnson is that he took everything and flipped everything. And it's cool to flip one or two things, right? Like the scene where Kylo kills Snoke. That's fine. You can leave that. That's fine. But the whole thing where Luke kind of stays on that little whatever the planet was, where the Jedi Temple was and stuff, and he didn't go. I mean, I don't have a problem with that per se, but it just feels like everything was just like and that whole thing where Finn and whatchamacallit, Rose going down to that casino planet, that was a waste of time. I was like, okay, y'all just padding this movie out now. I mean, there was a little bit of a point, but the payoff was, I think the payoffs didn't work. So, yeah, I don't think I'm saying about it. But this trailer, but I know it's just a trailer, but I'm like, okay, so now they're going to go back to, I guess this is Endor, maybe? I don't know. Forest Moon of Endor? That's that shot right there. That freaking, I guess it's a trolley shot or whatever. Rack shot, not really a rack shot, but it's just oof, that's so good. And you know that's CG. Obviously, sorry about the breath, but that's CG. So everything behind them, the ocean, like this is real, right here. But everything else, this ocean and all this, obviously is CG. Sky, all that stuff is CG. So they probably just built a little thing right here and then put a green screen or whatever outside, obviously, because J.J. Abrams does a lot of things that are cost efficient and still look good. Like for this part, he'll construct a partial outside set or whatever, or it'll just be a location, and he'll just put a giant green screen, blue screen right there to kind of block that stuff off, and then they'll paint in the side and all that stuff. It's probably just painted, so they probably just cut it right around here. Maybe that rock is fake. And zoom. So you're like, okay, that's cool right there. And I think that's it. And then there's the laugh, right? Yeah, that's it. So I'm like, let me go back to my shot that I love. Ooh, that was a good one. Yeah, they do that again. Luke, you will always be with you. So the whole thing. The question is that the first Death Star or the second Death Star? The first. That's probably the second Death Star, because the first Death Star was near no planets. It was kind of just out there. It wasn't orbiting the moon of anything. And this could be Endor, or another moon of Endor. We don't know how many moons Endor has, so this might just be the rocky, grass field, ocean moon of Endor. You know what I mean? So it's easy to add a moon. You know what I mean? Nemi. But yeah, so that's the second Death Star, definitely, because the first Death Star was blown to bits. But the second Death Star, which was under construction, although it does look a little bit more complete, now that I'm looking at it, could be the first Death Star. Or, no, first Death Star. But how would it get to, I guess it could travel. I'm going to say it's the second Death Star, and I'm going to say it's on the Endor system. Actually, Death Star 1 was... Oh, yeah, Death Star 1 was near Yavin 4. But it was... How close was Yavin 4? Huh. No, Yavin 4 was in... Whatchamacallit? It was in Rogue Squad. Rogue One. Yavin 4 was in Rogue One. Yavin 4 was in A New Hope. I guess Yavin 4 was not destroyed. You might be right. But this is where it doesn't make sense. The first Death Star, the Emperor was not on the first Death. I can't talk. The Emperor wasn't on the first Death Star, so it doesn't make sense for them to go back. Why would they go back to the first Death Star when? What's the point? Are they looking for the Emperor's bones? Are they looking for something pertaining to Palpatine? You know what I mean? Second Death Star. He died. He fell into the pit in the second Death Star. That's why I'm saying it's the second Death Star, because it needs to be. The Force Awakens, it was a housing system that was destroyed. None of the planets. No, not the Force Awakens. The Last Jedi. When. Oh, they didn't destroy that planet. What am I talking about? They just left they evacuated. Like at the beginning of Last Jedi, they evacuated the planet, but they just chased them. They didn't destroy the planet. That's right. My bad. But yeah, okay. Housing system. None of the planets from the old movies were part of the system. I bet Palpatine's spirit probably lives in the remains of this star, and maybe the Sith can be force. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the Sith have their own version of force ghosting. It's just not called. I think that's maybe what Palpatine was referring to Plagueis as, saying, oh, to live forever or whatever. It's really being a force ghost, but on the Sith side. So it's just a kind of a different point of view, if you will. So that's probably true. Because why would the Sith and the Jedi, being two parts of a whole, right, the yin and the yang, why would the Sith not have the same powers as the Jedi, just in their own different way? If they're the yin and the yang, all things should be equal. right? One's just evil and totalitarian and have a separate point of view of how the world, galaxy should work. The other are crazy Jedi. You can't have love. Like, what? Anakin was like, nah, son, I need some. I need to give me some. This chick, she fine. Her name is Padme. Had some of that. Sorry. But yeah, I think that might be something. I think that the Sith can do Force ghosting, but I think it's just they're calling it something different, you know. And I mean, Yoda kind of proved that where he came back as a Force ghost and he struck lightning. So I was like, okay, they have powers in the real world. It's not like and if you think about it, in Return of the Jedi, when Ben was walking around in Endor, when Luke went back and Yoda died. He was, I know it was special effects and stuff, but he walked and he moved some of the vegetation on the planet. So if that's canon, then Force ghosts can manipulate the physical world, right? Right. So it's kind of like being alive. I mean, how long can you stay a Force ghost? You know, how long can you project yourself as a ghost from the Force? And also, there's another new, like, saw like a little bit of clip because I never watched the show. I saw the clip and I was like, oh, okay. And she went back and did something. So there's like time travel and stuff happening in Star Wars. It's canon because it was in the show. So I was like, okay, so maybe the Force Ghost plane represents is just a pathway to go wherever you want, but you still have to exist in that plane for the most part. I don't know. But there's a lot of things that can be possible as far as I mean, Luke obviously is still around in some way or another. The rise of Skywalker, like I said, I think Skywalker is the term of the type of the type of Force user. I think Skywalker will replace what Jedi was. Like, you say, oh, Jedi is this. I think Skywalker is the next evolution of Jedi, basically. So Skywalker is someone who is good, someone but they don't adhere to those strict draconian rules of, oh, no love, you can't have no babies, you can't have no fleckity flackities, no girlfriends, boyfriends, you can't do none of that. Nope, it's just you being alone. No, they're like, no, it's not about that. Skywalker's is about family. Brought to you into my family. Skywalker's about family, it's about love, it's about all those things, it's about all the things that the Jedi said no to. That's what the Skywalkers is about. So that's what I think. Skywalkers is the evolution of the Jedi religion. And I don't think Skywalker is a religion. I think Skywalker is just a way of life. It's like the new millennials. Wow, millennium. Skywalker is the new millennium. Millennial, I said it just... Anyway. That's a cool image, though. And what's in that bag? There's got to be something in that bag. What is in that bag? Is it the ashes of Darth Vader? Is that what's in the bag? And then you have to pour it into some mix and drink it, and you become, Or are they racing? They're probably racing against the clock, like Kylo Ren is racing to go, get the last piece. I don't understand. I heard another theory that Kylo Ren is actually a good guy and Rey is the bad guy. I heard that theory. I forgot how they substantiated it. But, dude, he killed Han Solo, and he killed a lot of people. But Kylo Ren killed Han Solo. Han Solo wasn't a good person. So, he was a lovable character, but he wasn't a good person. He was a criminal for all intents and purposes. So Kylo Ren killing Han Solo is not really the worst thing as far as morality goes, especially for the Culture Club or whatever, Kuchik, whatever, all the people that he owed money to. I'm sure they were like, thank you, but we wanted our money. But sure, he's dead. Okay, fine. But I don't believe that. Because I think Leia would have. Well, actually, you know what? Leia would have been like, yeah, he's a bad guy, but there's some good in him. Blah, blah, blah. Let's bang. Have a kid. And then Kylo Ren wants to be like Darth Vader, which doesn't make... Why? Why did... And they're like, oh, Snoke did it. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense either. I guess they were just bad parents. it kind of goes down to that, and then Snoke was like, "Yo, come with our gang, come with our gang," and then the gang was like, "Yeah, you're our family now." Kylo's like, "Yeah, you guys love me more than my real dad. He's not even there." Daddy issues. Oh my gosh! If you broke it down, like if Ryan Johnson directed The Force Awakens, it would be a bad movie because he would harp on like the daddy issues part, and even though we see it, it's kind of inferred. It's not like smacked in your face, and I think that's the problem with Ryan Johnson, how he directed The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi could have been a great movie. I mean, it was good, but it could have been great. It could have been on the same level as The Force Awakens at least, but it wasn't. You know, because it's too much. Like, oh, look, take a closer look in the binoculars of this rich casino plan. Look at the slave children, and then they just show like, oh, okay, I get it. Like, you don't have to, you know, jeez. Wow, okay. Spell out the motivation. Come on. I mean, it's as simple as, like, Rose would be like, you know, give him a dirty look. It's like, I don't like slave traders. Like, wait, slave? You know, it's simple as that. You don't have to, like, have a whole scene where they're on the thing and then show them with the binocular. Like, you don't have to do that. That scene in particular didn't irk me, but I was like, it made a already too long section of movie more unpleasant. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we all know slavery is bad. Trust us, some of us know more than others. I have my heritage dictates that I have 2 different sets of people, maybe 3 different sets of people that were part of slaveries. So I got slavery times 2.5. I'd say, at least 2. Anyway, so what else? This is the new Star Wars trailer. Yes, Shoto Todoroki. I said that wrong. Shoto Todoroki. There you go. Yes, it's the new Star Wars trailer. I didn't play it with the sound or anything, and I just kind of like this shot because it's beautiful. So yeah, that's what that is. But you've probably seen it. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Go to YouTube and see it. Rise of Skywalker. Yes, the Rise of Skywalker. Yeah. So the theories aside and stuff, I got faith in J.J. Abrams. He made The Force Awakens. I enjoyed it. I was like, yeah, I think everything that he did would, like, even with kind of changing your perspective of how the Force works, even like with Kylo Ren's power, right? He has like Force interrogation and Force freeze. I guess that's his main power is Force freeze. His Force interrogation is not so good, but it works. So Force interrogation, more importantly, Force freeze. When I watched The Force Awakens, right, and I was like, okay, yeah, they're shooting, and when he did the Force freeze on the laser blast, I was like, oh, okay, that just like zoop zoop. I was like, all right, that was kind of fly right there. That was and it was so fly that Poe had to look back like, hey, did he freeze my sniper bolt? Did he just do that? I was like, okay, he knows. Like, the director knows. Like, okay, he knows that the audience is gonna be like, oh, that's dope. So he like says, oh, the character's got to do that too because it's so unbelievable and crazy nice. And I was like, the only part about that one scene that was kind of it was kind of a little too cutesy is when he was like, I don't know who talks first. You talk first, I talk first. I was like, I mean, I get it. You know, they're trying to keep it funny, keep it light. And it is Star Wars after all. But that was a little jarring because I didn't know what to expect. But you know, it's about Poe's character, I think, and I think in The Force Awakens, Poe felt like Poe. In The Last Jedi, Poe felt kind of incompetent. Like, he's a smart dude, right? And I guess what Ryan was trying to do is to try to develop his character to have him learn so he can be the leader that he will obviously be once Leia is not in the picture anymore, which I'm not too sure how they're going to do this, but yeah, that's a whole other thing that we have to figure out. Well, that we have to watch. But I mean, those 2 little scenes that they showed in this trailer was kind of, I was like, okay, that looks good. That looks like, I mean, I think Ryan shot that, I believe, for The Last Jedi. So they're using old Last Jedi footage of Carrie Fisher in this one, in The Rise of Skywalker. So I'm like, okay. And it doesn't look like it's, oh, that's from another movie. No, it looks like, yeah, it looked like JJ shot that. You know what I mean? Or it was, oh no, you know what that was? My bad. Let me take it back. That was from the end of Force Awakens, when I guess they were hugging and stuff and talking about Han's gone or whatever. That's what the cry was for. I'm sure it's gonna be in a different context, but yeah, I'm looking forward to how JJ kind of puts all this together. And he was talking in interviews about how he needs to tie together the whole saga, not just, oh, the last movie. That's not how it's working. It guess he has to go back to episode 1. And I was like, huh? Okay, that's a whole nother thing. So we're gonna have Luke Ghost. We're probably gonna have Anakin Ghost. We might have Obi-Wan Ghost. That would be dope. Yoda Ghost, maybe? I mean, maybe she's going to a place where, you know, Luke said, come meet me, blah, blah, blah. And then there'll be a whole ghost council of Jedi ghosts. Or maybe that happens and that sets her on the mission. You know? But that would be weird. I wish that Qui-Gon Jinn would come back. Man, Qui-Gon Jinn was such a cool Jedi. He was like, I think he was considered a kind of a gray Jedi, kind of a light gray, a light gray Jedi. But he was so cool. I loved Qui-Gon Jinn. But that movie wasn't the best movie. Was episode 1 better than The Last Jedi? It didn't look as good, like cinematography wise. It didn't look as good. Yeah, Jake Lloyd's performance is really bad. Deborah Jibber lame-o. I'm like, oh god, please stop talking. And Shmi was alright. The pod race scene was kind of the best part, but that's super dated CG now. I bet you if George was still in charge, he would remaster those first 3 movies with new CG. Yes, he would. Nah, that's too expensive. I bet you somebody would. I would at least do the pod race scene over again. That would be dope. Because some of that stuff was like, oh, this is 1999 already. Just like, And it's funny, George is always like, yeah, I'm trying to wait for the technology to catch up to my ideas. And it's like, yeah, now's the time. And I'm looking at it. And then you look at stuff today, I was like, yeah, you should have waited like 20 more years. If you'd have waited 20 years, the episode 1, 2, and 3 would be super awesome. Super awesome. Super awesome. It would be really good. And have somebody else direct them, because as you can see, like if you look at A New Hope, then you look at Empire Strikes Back, like, oh snap, this is way better. Return of the Jedi, that's good. But when somebody else directs it, it's usually better. But anyway, back to The Rise of Skywalker. So, the main theory, the main notion is that, well, one of them, the way that title is so vague is, that's part of Plum Lavender 601. Hello, thank you for showing up. We're talking about The Rise of Skywalker, Star Wars. Dun. What was I saying? Oh, the way that it's worded, it can be misconstrued as, oh, Luke's coming back. That's the dummy. That's like the dumb person sitting on the couch with a bag of whatever on their belly, like, I'm drinking on it, whatever. Yay, Luke's coming back. That's what I wanted. And it's like, no, I don't think I mean, he might. I don't know specifically. Hope you win. What are you talking about? Hope you win. I don't know. Win what? I don't get it. Anyway, the whatchamacallit, how does the Force work as far as that other plane that exists that nobody's talking about, that only existed in the Rebels, that only showed up in the Rebels show, but you know, the main movies haven't said anything about it, even though it is canon. So, you know, we'll see. But anyway, that's I guess that's about it. I don't got nothing else to say about the Rise of Skywalker. Just that it's dope. I watched it a couple times. I was like, yeah, that's good. 53 seconds until Ray does her backflip. That's a long time. It's a 2 minute and 3 second video. 53 seconds of it is Ray breathing hard. And then she does a lipo. And she does. I think that's. What is that? No, that's. God dog it, I gotta play the. I don't remember what the actual. Here we go. Do it, Ray. Do it. Look, she runs so funny. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Shabba. All right, so that is what is that? That is what that's Leia's theme. That's what that is. I think that's Leia's theme. So that's kind of cool. I kind of like how these trailers have come along where I think the Force Awakens had the Han and Leia romance theme as the music. Not exactly, they hyped it up, but in this one it's Leia's theme, which represents Leia, Rip, Carrie Fisher, which is cool. I'm like, okay, you know what? It's thoughtful on J.J. Abrams' part, on the filmmaker's part. It's thoughtfulness. It's that thoughtfulness where you say, okay, we gotta have Leia's theme on this trailer. Come on, son. Of course we do. I think a lot of the movie will be centered around, well, not centered around her, but we'll be thoughtful of her character and what she gave to the series, I think. I mean, that's the hard thing. Like, how do they do that with the footage that they have? How do they... do they kill her or do they just send her off and she just never shows up again? That'd be okay. I wouldn't mind that. I was still playing. I can't hear it though. Boo shabada. My name is Kylo Ren and I've seen him again. Ha ha. Millennium Falcons. Love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Shoom, shoom. Yeah, it looks like they're flying Harry Potter brooms. And it's an A-Wing. A-Wing crashing. There's oh, the little hair droid is there too. Hair droid. Nobody's ever really gone. No one's ever really gone. Ha 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 ha. And then they got that. Oh man, that was so good. All right, that's enough. That's enough of that. Oh wow, that was cool. Being that and hit on the same time. Okay, whatever. Warham, stop it. But yeah, so that's all I have to say about the Star Wars. Is the trailer had me more hyped for Star Wars than the game, the Fallen Jedi of the Fallen. What's it called? Follow the Jedi. I totally forgot what it. That's how dumb it is. That's how not crazy about it I am. Is that I can't remember Revenge of the Fallen? No, that's Star Wars. Jedi Fallen Order. Jedi Fallen Order. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, we'll see. When you show me gameplay, then I can say, oh, I'm hyped or not hyped. But if you're gonna sit there and be like, yeah, let me show you 1,000 million cinematics, I don't care. Show me gameplay. Look at the cinematics for Titanfall. If you just take all the cinematics, it's like, okay, yeah, it's a cinematic. Although it's in-game cinematic, but cinematics, right? So that's, yeah, it's like whatever, man. It's like, come on. Where was I? So back to, oh, that's right. So I'm changing some stuff. We're back on the Blender. We're doing Blender now. So let me change. I have to change the title. Oh, I think I closed it. Yeah, I closed it. And opened up another one. I thought I had. Oh, whatever. So the title is Blender Time with a capital T. Blender Time. So boom. Update all, baby. Boom, it's updated. So now it's blended time. We done did the Star Wars, now it's blended time. So I changed the beginning because I wanted the I'm probably gonna have to kind of change the timing on everything because I'm looking at it in render so I can see the star spin and stuff, and then so the timing of all the movements is way faster than what it looks like right now. It's about double the time actually. So I have to line it up in that respect, and also I have to I gotta actually put a picture in there. But there's no reflection on that, which is kind of bugging me. And so I changed the walls. I changed the room walls because it was all messed up. So I built different ones. I smoothed out the blankie a little bit. I need my juice. I know. I got my juice in a Christmas cup. That's all right. Don't. Oh no. Don't mind the speaky sparkles. Well, I like that. I like that blue. Don't mind the speaky sparkles because that's just how it renders in the frame. Yeah, the floor is super like the walls are supposed to be super reflective, but there's something with the camera angle that it doesn't reflect when the camera's looking at it straight on. It only does it at an angle. At about, I guess 45, it comes back in. So I'm like, whatever. So that kind of. Oh wait, hold on, let me change that. I totally forgot what material I did for all of these. That's not it. This is 54. There we go. Oops. Excuse me, Dougie Fresh. Yes. Gotta redo all that stuff. I'll probably just cut that off. I don't really need to have that wall. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll do that because this is a ship, so I'll probably have that go up to a cockpit or something. I need to change that, so I'll probably do that. And this is the shuttle bay or the whatever vehicle bay. I'll say that. There's the one man whatchamacallit ship, and now I have to put some doors on the back there, so I'll close that in. I was thinking about, I'm gonna just use force fields, and I'm like, nah, we're not gonna do that. But this isn't the Orville or whatever. We're gonna have doors on it, and it came out pretty okay. Way better than my previous ships. My previous ships was so bad. This one's decent, and it's a little choppy, the animation now, but it's super smooth on the regular, because this is, like I said, this is rendering at the same time, so it's super rough, super choppy, but it's super smooth on the when it renders eventually. And you can see, like, sometimes when there's not a lot, it smooths out a little bit, like right there. It's pretty. I like that right there. Very good animating include. Yeah. So I gotta do stuff there. Put some backgrounds there. Fill in some holes. I'll probably put stairs here instead of this grate. And the grate is a whole nother crazy thing. That's kind of weird, but and then in this room I gotta figure out what to put, because it's a one shot, but it's going to tell a story, so I have to figure out, what little things to kind of dot in the environment to tell some sort of a story. Without that stuff is a little too shiny, so like that's too shiny. This stuff's a little too clean, I would say. So I'm gonna work on that. Well, I need to build everything out first, and then I'll work on not dirtying it up, but making it less spotless. Although there wouldn't be really dust if it's just in space and nothing's really happening, I mean, maybe I have one section of the ship a little destroyed, but everything else would be kind of not so bad. But then that goes to coloring, and I just figured out yesterday, the day before, how to do different colors on the same mesh. That's how dumb I am. So yeah, I'm special. I'm still working on the lighting, of course. I have to do some lighting, block some lights and stuff, because you can see the blues bleeding through. So I need to block that stuff up. I don't know where the how it's bleeding through, but it is. And I still have to build the pod, which will be good. It will be great. It will be all the way up. So the reason why I changed this, because I wanted to change, because it's basically the same, except it adds a little bit more context to the quote unquote story. So I'll have the picture of the couple, if you will, in here, you know, and then and then at the end you'll see that it's, you know, the dude here all messed up, but then the female, she's gonna be female. She'll be in the other one next to him and just waking up, but young, because she was in status the whole time and he was not, because he couldn't be, because everything was broke. But I like I changed a few things, like materials. Like the material for this was all sparkly and some kind of crazy metal stuff. I changed it to more of a flat. It looks way better. I'm looking at that, I'm like, okay, that looks way better. Let me render it real quick. See how long it takes. It should be like 12 seconds. But even when it was just not even rendered, it looked clean. I was like, okay, that's pretty good. You know, like that. So that's gonna be a frame. So I'm looking at that like, okay, that's good. I think I have motion blur turned on. No, I didn't. I turned it off. So let me turn it back on. And wait, hold on. Let me see something here. Let me render that. Because motion blur definitely adds something to it. So I think I will have motion blur in it. But all right, so the last one was 10.52 seconds, and this new one will be 10.54 seconds, which isn't that bad. The motion blur adds a little bit more realism, because it's like this is how the camera works. So like right here. So let's see. Let's turn it off. Right, and then turn it on. Off, on. So when you turn it off, I mean, it's on right there. That one's not a good example because it's not moving. But that, I like that. That looks really good, except for the fact that you can see like the planes in there. But oh, you know what? Hold up. I learned something. Auto smooth. And then, okay, it didn't really work. It looks a little better though. So if I go here, auto smooth. I didn't know about the auto smooth thing, because I was having errors. Error. Oh, okay, there we go. Let me do them all. Even though they're in the background or whatever. I think I already shaded these smooth. Shade flat. Auto smooth. Shade smooth. Let me do this again. Shade flat. Okay, shade flat, right? That's what it looks like. And auto shade smooth. So it does smooth it out a little bit. Oops. So I gotta do. I mean, I don't really have to. Did I do that one? Yeah, I did that one already, I think. Yeah, I didn't do that one. But it doesn't really matter. I think I did that one too back. So it's not. I mean, I do like that. Let me see here. So motion blur is not on. So if I turn it on, see how it blurs that a little bit? And I have it on 8 samples, I believe. So 8 samples of motion blurring, which what that means is that it takes 8 frames, basically, and spreads it out for the blur. So when you see the blur, that's a combination of 8 different kind of images of it. Yummy hammy. I gotta stop putting it up there because that's made of ceramic and it's gonna fall one day and crash and I'll be like, ah, God. So let's look at the difference. So you see that right there? Boom. You saw that? Let's go back. So without motion blur, it looks like this. Now there is some blur, and I think that's just from the eyeball, how the eyeballs work. Now with motion blur, it kind of smooths stuff out, which is kind of cool. I think not having motion blur works when you're doing like fast action stuff, but when it's like this, it's like, oh, okay, it works. And it makes it feel more cinematic, I guess. I mean, this is supposed to be a slow moving stuff anyway. So on, off, on. Oh, let's wait. Let me go back here, so I can turn it on and off while it's moving around. So okay, it's on now. Off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. So it, it does work. On, off, on, off, on. So yeah, I don't know which is better. That's the thing. I'd have to probably do a test render. On, off, on. No, off. Sorry, off, on, off. I mean, it's a little more clear, I guess. Off, on, off, on. It's like when it's on, it's like the resolution, it doesn't change, but I guess the denoising turns off, so it's kind of weird. Off, on. Yeah, I'll have it on probably. So wait, let's go here, here. Yeah, I'm gonna. This is one of the main, right here. You can see it a lot when you go there. So it's like boom, right, and then you go back. I wish there was a loop function in this playback. Maybe there is. I don't know about it. Oh, actually, there is. I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. So let's see. So let's do it from here. What is that? 226. 6049 is the last. So 2266. And we'll end it there, which is 2729. Alright, so let's loop this. Alright, so that's motion blur on. You can see the blur. 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 Actually, you know what? 2, 4, 4, 2, 4, 5, 4. There we go. Okay, you can see the blur. You can see the blur. You can see the blur. Blur, 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 blur. Right? You see it. Then we turn it off. And it's not there. That's just the focal length of the camera. So that's the thing. I'm like, when it's on, the blur right there, you can see it more when the ship comes in the frame. Then it stops and it's like boom. So it kind of brings your focus to the ship, which is what I like. So I'll put it in, but I'm gonna leave it off for now. Because I'm not too sure what it actually does as far as and this is, what did I say, 60, 49, something like that. But yeah, that's what I have so far. So what do I need to work on now? I guess I need to finish this room. Let me see what I have here. Oh, that's right, so I have to do something here. So I took this. There was a wall thing here, part of the thing. So I took that out. So I think I'm gonna stretch this out. So wait, is this? Yeah, it is. So I'm just gonna make this wall. Where is it? Should I bring? I can't bring it in really because the door's right there. So I'm gonna. I'm thinking. can scale it Z, right? Scale Z, and then just move it in Y, right? Yeah, like that. Boom. Fixed it. Hated it. So fixed it. There you go. Y'all don't. If y'all don't know what hated it is, then y'all are too young. Young. Sorry. Hated it. What was that sketch called? I can't remember. It's in Living Color. That was Damon Wayans and David Anger. Damon Wayans. I said David Wayne. Damon Wayans. Bridget. I showed this to Bridget. She was like, keep that part with the things with this little guy. It kind of looks like a little droid, like with two eyes and a little mouth, like. That's what I kept them. Everybody else is like silent, but this guy has like a little mouth. I was like, I like that, you know. And I did the bevel on it, so like the light kind of bounces. And this little zoop zoop, I didn't make that. That was supposed to be straight, but it did it. That was a happy accident. I was like, okay, guess that's how it's gonna be. So yeah, that's how that happened. But this one, I don't like the fact that you can still see the you know. And when you shade flat, it doesn't really. I mean, it is, but it isn't. You know what I mean? Oops. Dun. I have so much extra geometry everywhere. It's so ridiculous. But this is not for a game. This is just a video, so it's all good. I forgot I had the whole things on the side too. So these canister guys I'm gonna keep. I'm not gonna destroy them. Yeah, this is supposed to be like super shiny like that, but the lighting is so weird that they look white. So that's fine though. Not worried about it. But definitely. And that's part of storytelling, these canisters, even though they're kind of out of. I think I'm gonna rearrange these guys. Because right now it's kind of a labyrinth, but if you look at what it is, it's just, you know, it's just like a little pathway. It's like there's some here, and there's this, and you go out here. You know, this is one big open room. So I had it this way originally because there was a wall here, but I changed that. So I'm gonna have to put in a lot of little nicky knack jammy jams in there because I haven't put anything in yet. I haven't put anything on the table, none of that stuff. And let me show you about the reflection stuff. See, when you add a different angle, boom, all 100% reflection right here too on the wall because it's all the same material. But once you get to this, it's like, I don't know why it does that. I'm not sure why it does that. It would be cool if it was like super reflective, like mirror. But I don't know why. Wait, let me see. There might be a screen space reflection. So roughness. I don't want it rough actually. Well, you know what? Let me take the roughness down. So that's like perfect shine. So let's bring it back up again because we don't want it to be. Oh, hold up. Oh no, that's not doing it. Oh, edge fading. Is that what it is? It is the edge fading. You son of a bitch. So wait. Let me see something. So edge fading. Oh, I see what it's doing. I think. It's still not gonna show me. What is that red? What are those red circles? I don't even know what that is. Well, we'll figure it out. So where's my edge fading? Edge fading is here. So edge fading just kind of, yeah. I mean maybe trace precision. Half trace. Oh, yeah. I think we want refraction. Do we want refraction? I guess. Clamp. We don't want any clamp, right? Thickness. What the heck is thickness? Oh, wow. Okay. I don't want that. I don't exactly know what that's about. That's kind of cool, though. So, wait. It's like some crazy. Alright, so screen space reflection reflects anything that's in the camera's view, right? But Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Because it's about what's in the actual view. That's how screen space reflection works. Without uh, bitmaps or whatever, cube maps or whatever to fill in the, faking it basically. This isn't ray tracing. If I ray traced it, then it would show up, but this is not because it's screen space reflection, and that's what makes Eevee work better than, well, not better, just more efficiently than Cycles, because Cycles is ray tracing, and Eevee is screen space reflection, which is what most video games use now to cheat when they don't have ray tracing, because ray tracing is too expensive. Oh, Sawyer, I am from Argentina. Are you? No, I am not from Argentina. I'm from America. Yeah, Florida to be specific. Sorry, I didn't know how long you were in there, but appreciate you. Hi. So yeah, okay. So the edge fading is there to somewhat fix the, not fix, but hide the line where it's like, okay, if you can't see it in the view, then it's gray. So we can't see behind the chair, all that stuff is grayed out. We see this, so there. And that's how this works. And I'm like, oh, okay. So when we do edge fading, we'll do a little bit. Well, let me see something here, because in the camera view, we're going here. At least the chair is there a little bit right there. So I don't mind it too much. Unless I change it so that instead of, like, it'll go like this, and maybe it turns, like the camera turns even more. I kind of like how it goes past the bed and just goes to the chair, though. That's kind of dope, and it's also hiding my horrible bed, so I think I'm gonna redo the bed to make it better, so that I can fly over the bed. Yeah, I think I'll make a better bed, fly over the bed, and that way I can get that screen space reflection. Let me see if I can try to change the camera real quick. Look at all these frames, all these keyframes, crazy. All right, so save. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I didn't save it. Save, not freaking. Anyway, so that's cool. So if I continue the turn, let me see here. What the heck is going on here? Why can't I? There we go. It's like, what? Like, are you broke? All right. So the bed is there. Camera's there. So we're here. Outside is turning. So if I go up and over, that might work, right? I can't really see. All right. So if I go, wait, is that right on the keyframe? I don't want to add keyframes. We go up here. I want it to be like, ooh, that's nice. I like that. I like that. Ooh, I like that a lot. Although, that's because of the actual, when it's rendered, zoom. Alright, so we gotta keep up there. Keep on keeping on. So where were we? We were there. So wait, let's go back. Keyframe to there. And what? And then the next one. Go back up again. Wait a second, let me go back. Okay. Go back up to here, about here. All channels. So I'm probably gonna zoom in this way too, though, right? But I'm probably gonna have to turn faster. Hey, I think that blanket might be in the way. It goes like inside of me. Actually, I kind of like that better than the original. Got me singing that stupid thing. Up we go. And that's when it should turn and go over. Alright, alright. So let's start the turn. So we'll go here and we'll rotate it. Something like that. I think that's not the right place. Hold up. Let's see here. That's there. Maybe we'll rotate it like that. Yeah, it's kind of clip it into the. I'll perhaps just move the blanket. I think that's what I'll do. Let me let me do this first before I go breaking stuff. Camera, hello. So we'll move the blankie. Blankie, hello blankie, 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 blankie. Wow, okay. Come on, you son of a. You son of a. Ooh, a new update. Cool. I had to check out new Crashers update. Okay, I don't remember what the freaking blank. Oh, it's right here. It's like I don't remember what the. Oh, it's right there. All right, so let's move this guy zip zoop out of the way. You're out of the way, buddy. All right, so now we're back at the camera. Back at the camera. So let's do this movement. Perfect. Perfect. So it's like zoom. No, that's not even close. So it's boom, boom. No. So boom. That needs to come in. Then the next one needs to come way in. That might be too close though. Not too close, but it may be too fast for the time. Let me see. I could just look at it and probably tell. Zoom. Zoom. Oh, it's moving back a little bit. Yeah, that's way too down. That's not even smooth. What is that? So that needs to. Oh, I don't think I did that one. That's why. Let's see that again. Yeah, it's a little too. Okay. Hold up. Let me see. Let me see what this looks like. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. No. Alright. So it's boom. It's that movement right there. That's not good. And then this one is not good. So let's take this. Let's delete that one. Yes. Let's take this one. Go back. Take this one. Move over. I wonder if I take this one out. What it'll do. Oops. Oh, it's cutting it. I gotta raise the whole thing. And that's that one. Delete that one. Wait. Yeah, I'll delete this one. So I have to do it within this here. Boom. Actually, I think I have to change. So that one, boom, that one doesn't need to be going backwards like that. And this one doesn't need to be way back there. Oops. I don't know how that's gonna, oops. How that's gonna work. Oh yeah, that kind of works, except for when it doesn't. Because it cuts in. So, then this next frame is where it's cutting in, so we gotta go up. Moving on up. Alright, so that's good, and that's good. So, is that gonna work? Oh, yes. Okay, it does. Yay. Is it gonna go back down? It is probably gonna go back down. Yep, there it is. A little bit. Yeah, I did. Shoot. I think the problem is the location of this one is it was too, yeah, I wanted to kind of pan and scan, if you will, and then boom. But that's a problem right there. So let's look at it. See what it looks like. Do you speak Spanish? I know just a little bit of English. Sorry, I'm sorry. I know I don't speak a lot of Spanish. I know very little Spanish. I know elementary Spanish. Like my mom's like, apaga la luz, cállate, go to sleep, levántate. All those things that you're a little kid and then she yells at you. That's all I know. So, el baño. Meh. Sorry, I don't know. Sorry. Alright, so let's fix this here. So this needs to be up about right there. First of all, so it doesn't clip. Let's fix the clip. Alright, so the clip should be fixed. But I don't want it to do that, though. I think that's the problem. Yeah, that position is the problem. So let's, oops, let's do this, and this, and this. So that's okay. Yeah, because I just want to focus on the table, but I don't like... That's good, but I don't like how it's like kind of zigzagging on the bed there. Zoom. It should be a smooth. It shouldn't go back this way at all. Right there. So from there to there. So let's move this bad boy over here. Rotate it again. And hopefully that'll do something. And I have to, oh, I have to bring this down also. Let me see where it needs to be. Because I want it to be as close to the blankie as possible without clipping through the geometry. This needs to be a little bit lower. Actually, I'm doing this wrong. I should be doing it like this. So it's clipping. Let's see. So cheesy. to life. Okay. Alright, let's go back. So that one is good, right? Oh, I clipped a little bit between there and there, so this is too low. Right there. Let's go back. Yeah, I'm still not getting. What the hell? Alright, so that's not gonna work. So this is how I could do it. I'll go here. Oops, G. Press the wrong button. That's why I have so many freaking keyframes. Cause I keep on keeping on. So this turn is a little fast, but if I put some stuff on the bed, then it'll look okay. I think it should be alright. Ah, son of a bastard. So that's there, and then it's this. Here's in between these. So let me see. Zoop. So it's like really there. Let's try this again, my friend. Okay, so over here, a little bit of clip right there. A little bit of clip right there. Let's go to this one. Let's raise this one up a little. Oops. Still. What the hell was that? Alright, this one's gone. What the hell was that? It's like, yo, what the heck is this bumpy bumps, yo? Oh, I don't like that. Hold up. Actually, it's kind of cool because it feels like a real camera movement. I kind of like that. But it's not. No, we're not. Didn't do that. So this one, let's get rid of this one too. See what happens. Oh, okay. There you go. Actually, not quite. Let's get to this. So let's see if we go down a little bit like that. I think it's a good thing. And let's focus a little better. Focus distance should be, where are we? About right there. Oh, but it's not, it's so fast. It's fast now, and it's gonna be even faster when it's here, because it's like this. It's not supposed to be that fast. I might have to end up just making this whole thing. I think this part is the part that's so slow that and it doesn't need to be. It needs to be like these other parts need to be slower. You know what I mean? There you go. Whoa, I didn't. Wait, hold up. Oh, I know why. Because the nebula is in part of the room, so it's that the cube is blocking. So you see the reflection. So if I do a world reflection. Ooh, wait a second. I can do that, right? Although it might cause problems. Let me see what the floor looks like. Yeah, ooh, look at that. The floor. Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Boom. I love reflections. Don't ask me why. They're just really pretty. Okay. So if I... Here's my quest. But no, see, it doesn't work because... It doesn't work. It doesn't work because I need it for every room. Every room is different. So I can't assign... Wait, can I? No, it's the world. So it's for like puddles and water and stuff. It's not for every reflective... Well, I don't know. So hold on, let's go back here. Let's see something. So actually, I'm gonna need to turn this off. Where is it? There it is. This guy needs to turn off. So where is that? That's is that this one? Yeah. Okay. So that I can see all of this. What is that? Wait, what's going on here? Are you serious? It's halfway into... Okay. See, I didn't even know that. This thing. I didn't even know it was halfway into the freaking window. Huh. That's crazy. Now it's gonna look totally different. Totally. Alright. That should fix it. Now it's gonna be all blue. Unless I moved it back. Yeah, I think I moved it back. So yeah, that's all right. All right, so it'll be like June. See, that's fast. I'm gonna have to redo all of this. Oh wait, is there a way? Okay, wait. I think there's a way that I can move everything. I'll move everything around. How about I do that? All right, let's try this. All right, so we need to get it to. We need to make it smaller. Where is it gonna do until it gets to the hallway? So that's the hallway, the one hallway shot, and that's the end. So all of this can move to like here, basically. I can gain 150 frames. So let's do that. So if this goes here. So let's see. And then I have to do the same thing back over there. That may be a little bit too fast, actually. Yeah, that's better. All right, so what did I do? 100? So we do 100 for everything else. Actually, no, that doesn't need... So we'll do it sections. So from the chair... I think that... And yeah, I think that... So the... No. This... No. This... and this will move over 100. Okay, they didn't move. Why can't I move both of them? What's going on here? Now, you know what? Do it one at a time. So that's boom, boom. Whoa. Okay, I totally screwed that up. Hold up. What was that? That one went through. Oh, is it because? How did that work out? I could probably just move it. Or I can get that camera to move differently. So it's that one. I don't know if that's gonna work, but we're gonna try. It didn't work. Barely. Move it up a little bit more. I don't remember which. Oh, X. So I can just. Oh my gosh, that's not what I wanted to do. That should do it. Yep. Alright, cool. So it's still got that, but this comes in a little bit closer to here, which I don't mind. Let's see what it looks like. So wait, something happened. Did I change materials or something, or my computer just melting or something? Because look at that. Oh, I know. I turned off the nebula. That's what it was. So let's turn it back on. Actually, there we go. Pretty. So that means, of course, that's what it means. But it means that the lighting is super important, obviously. Yeah, that nebula. I like that bleed in, but some other bleed ins I don't like, so I have to change. Yeah, okay, that's cool. So let's go back to here. So we have to figure out this bed situation. So hold up. So I have to turn that off again. All right, so we're here. So that's too fast. So we're working from here. That's all good. So it's from the window to the chair, which is here, right? Yeah, here. Yeah, it's the. Let's take this, delete that. Yeah, this whole thing is just way too fast. There you go. Oh, that's crazy. So wait. So we get this, and then it's this. I think this can move over. Yeah, give me that yummy chair. Although I have to change, yeah. That's what I want. It like the pans need to be faster than the focus stuff. So, all right, so that's good. I need to just reposition that camera when it's. Yeah. All right. So boom. So this whole bed part, because I don't mind the. Well, that's a little too fast. Boom. Going across the bed. So let's take all of these out. Let's take all of these out. so let's take this one out. And this one out. So, boom. I think we could take that one out too. Because it's just... That's a little too fast. Boom. Take this one out. So wait, where are we? Zoom. It's this right here. It's just too fast. All right, that's good. That's good timing and speed and stuff. I just need to go like in the middle somewhere, and then we'll figure out where this camera needs to be. So at first it needs to be up. Then you need to roll. Okay. Let's see what it do. Oops. That's kind of perfect. I think it's too low still though, because yes, it's cutting in, so it needs to go up. Yeah, it's way in. Maybe it needs to come. No, it doesn't need to come back. It needs to just go up. So GZ, boom, there it is. Right there. Let's see what the next one looks like. All right, okay, maybe it works. So if we go up a little bit more, just a little bit, just like that, just like that. Now I need some. Let me see. Still, still cutting in. I think. Let's see. Can't really tell when it's. Yeah, it's cut. That's a little bit of cut, and. So that's it there, and that's there. Oh, that's it. Okay, we get to do that keyframe. And we go boop, and we go boop, and boop. So that should fix all of that. Oh, a little bit. Oh, barely. All right, so I'll go up a little bit on that one. Alright, there. 2 little ticks. Alright, so that should, yep. Out of frame, yep. Zoop. And if I have the, whatchamacallit, motion blur on, then it's gonna look dope. It's gonna be like this. Blur, baby, blur. Then boom, focus tab. Yeah, that is wrong. So I need to, hold up. When it comes off the bed, it needs to focus on this right here. So let's GZ it. No, not GZ. Oh my gosh. Camera. Rotate Z. God dang it. Okay, why isn't this working? What the hell's going on here? Let's do it the old-fashioned way. Old-fashioned way. What the? What the? What the? And make sure I don't have any constraints on. That kind of happens sometimes. Sometimes. So, are we rotating or what? Not that way. Come on, son. Rotate on Z. Just like there. Thank you. Jeez, I mean, how much? I don't ask for much. Alright, so boom. Whoa. This, I don't think that needs to do that. So it's like there. Okay, I gotta look at it this way. Oops. Alright, so it's going zoom. Oh, that's not bad, but it's too hard of a turn. So where were we? We're here. I know what to do. So this needs to come back this way a bit. And rotate Z again. Let's see if that's gonna help it. No, still turning a little bit too much. So boom. See, I want the movement and the turn speed to kind of be the same. So it's boom, boom, boom. That's fine. That position's fine. It's just in between here, so let's put one here. Keep that in the middle. Z. Still get that turn. I guess I don't need to. There. And it's. Alright, so it's in the center, in the center, in the center pretty much, and it turns to the left, so it needs to go to the right a little bit. Like that. I mean, I'm sure there's a mathematical equation to figure all this stuff out, but I don't know it. That's better. So it'd be. Yeah, that's better. I like that. Alright, so let's see what it looks in real speed time. That's a little bit too quick. Well, I mean, we can tweak that stuff. So what I want to do is bring back that blankie, because you know why. Blankies are great. Blankies are great. So if we bring back the blankie, right? but we don't put the Branky in the way of the Camry. You know what I mean? So, Blanky, I'd like you to meet your new sisters. Actually, I think I'm gonna change the. Let's see. Let's see what that is. All right, so let's go to the movies. Let's go see which way is better. I guess this way is better. It's more a little bit of a looks like a shark or something. Manta ray. Manta. Wait, where's the? There's a part that kind of folds over. Oh, it's right there. So if I just do it the way it's kind of supposed to be. Oh, then it might not. Let me see. What am I got? G. Like that. That's like inside the bed. That's not right. That's not right. Yeah, there we go. So, oh, it's right there. Ooh, okay, I had it all wrong. All the wrong. So rotate Z, baby. So that has to be like that. Actually, that's better. A little bit better. Let me see. Yeah, that's the curvature. Curvature. There. Near. Doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to look like it's supposed to be. It's in the right spot. Yeah. So when it actually, that's not bad. That's not bad right there. Let's see. Oh, that's bad. Okay. So it's too high, and that's bad too. That little square. That's not gonna. It's floating. So it's a couple bad things. So let's go down. Let's go down, baby. Go down, baby. Go. It's still too square right there, though. Can I smooth that out, or? I mean, it's part of the. It's just where the camera goes. Oh, that's the problem. Still probably gonna be in a frame. Yeah, it will be eventually. I mean, that's not bad. If I put something in front of it, like a pillow or something, that'll work. Now I gotta make a pillow. I saw a tutorial on pillows. I was like, oh, that's cool. I totally forgot what it was. Totally, man, totally. That's super jinklinkity. Jinklinkity, that's not a word. No, it's not. But I'm using it. Hey, now's the time to save. Oh, it's 9:30, man. Sorry, I could turn off the all games. I'm just like bloop. Anyway, I appreciate y'all hanging out in all games land. Sorry, I've been just messing around with the blender. That's what I do now. So yeah, if y'all just listen to the audio, it's allgames.com/live. Hit the Discord, blah blah. Listen to all the shows. Wow, that was wrong. And all that stuff. Knuckleballer Radio, not Knuckleballer Radio. Well, them too, but Potbelly Gamer, they were talking about it. They didn't talk about Shazam, but I didn't either because Jedi came out. I mean, the Star Wars stuff was like, who cares about Shazam? Shazam had a week, and then Disney was like, yeah, we're gonna have to smash them real quick. Boom. Rise to the Sky. Nobody's talking about Shazam. Like, yeah, Shazam's good. What? Skywalker. Yeah, okay. Anyway, tilt the weight all game. Okay, wait, gotta go back. Sorry, I was talking. All right, so we need to fix this little bit right here. I think I can. I should be able to because it is a mesh. So if we go into edit mode, yeah, there it is. So if we go to edit mode and I say, hey, you shan't be floating. Although some blankets do that, You know, part of it is kind of sitting down. If I could just grab that and pull it down, though, maybe that'll do it, right? Let me see. Grab that one. GZ it. No, then it changes the geometry too harsh, right? Yeah, it's too bad. Maybe just maybe something like this. I kind of like that. Let's rotate X first. Then GZ it. So it's like. How about that? That's a little better, I guess, right? Maybe. It's like I don't see shadows happening. That's the problem. I think it's these materials. What is this material? Let's see. Oh, there is no material on there. Wow. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Material 2. No, that's shiny. I need a cloth material. I didn't name anything, and I have about 60 materials, so that's my fault. Oh, that's not bad. 19 actually is the material for the blanket, so let's try 19. Let's keep them together and see what it does. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, we'll do that for now. There's still I don't think there's a shadow still, but it's not a deal breaker. Let's see. Actually, I had to turn on the nebula because it does some stuff. Yeah, it does a lot of stuff like that. So I think let me see. There and that there. So when it comes off of the bed, it's there, and then I kind of want it tilted down a little bit, so let's do that. Like rotate. I don't want to pan it down, so let me do it this way. So it would be, oof. That's the problem with the. I would have to do it super sideways, but I can't really see it. Oh, okay. It's not working. Why did that? Oh, okay. I was about to say. Alright, so if you do it like this, kinda, there should be a way to do it, like orth. There we go. Orth it for the camera, whatever the camera position. I think I don't know, but whatever. Yeah, see, that's what I want to do. It kind of caddied it a little bit. I mean, it's not bad. I can just rotate it back, but this also clip in for. So I need it to be right there. Oh, it's right here. Wait, what? Oh, I get it. I get it. But I don't want it to be a super harsh, so I'm gonna have to go up a little bit. Right there. And hopefully that'll fix that. So it's boom. I gotta fix that other stuff now. Yeah, there we go. Ah, it's a little bit of it right there. Wow, that's right on there too. Hold on. So yeah, that's not good. Oops. Okay. And this. this works. Yay, it worked. It worked. Alright, cool. HBO go down. Too many logins, Rip. Man, so sad. So sad. Game of Thrones. Throw it down the toilet. Throne is the toilet. Game of Toilets. Because it's a doo-doo show. Doo-doo. Doo-doo caca-poo-poo show. Sorry. Get excited when we're talking about Dragons. I'm going to play some Xbox tonight. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm going to have fun. Honestly, I have been thinking about messing with Blender for so long. Not for so long. Like, every day I'm like, when I'm not here, I'm like, man, I want to be home. I want to make this. I want to make this so good. Because every time I come in here, I make it better. And like some parts I like, you know, I like this little part here. Let's put it in the real deal here. I really like how it's coming along here because it's like the wall texture, and then let's render that and see how that shakes out. But like the wall, and it just feels, now it's feeling more realistic, I guess. It's still CG, but like Pixar realistic. Like oh, okay, you're looking at that like, yeah, that looks good. You know it's CG, right? But it's like it looks pleasing, you know, enough. So that's where I want it to be. And then I want to take it to another level after that as well. But, you know, one step at a time. Because I'm not a genius at this stuff here. Is there a way to edit the... There should be a way to edit the whatchamacallit from the nebula so that it doesn't clip into, let me see, where is it at? Select objects. Because it clips that much into, where is it? It clips that much, wow, that's a lot actually. Wait, where is it? It's, okay, it's just barely a little bit. Alright, so wait. If I something. Oh no, it does clip a lot because it's right. Oh wow, this isn't even freaking going all the way over. I gotta fix this. I don't know why that's not. That's not right. That's supposed to be like that, my friend. Stay frosty, my friend. All right, so nebula. Wait, what? Not hallway. No. Huh? What's going on here? My brain's not working. Oh, okay. So I don't need this. It just selected that as well. Oh, stop it. Jeez. Okay. So it's clipping probably up until where is it? Let me see. Probably. I'm gonna just look through the freaking X-ray vision, my friend. Yeah, it's just that. Yeah. Okay. So how do I fix this? If I rotate it, I don't care about that light. If I rotate it, oops. If I rotate it, where is that? Freaking. It's right there. And if I move it, why is it doing that? Wait. Huh? Why is it doing that? It's supposed to move. Why is it scaling? Hello? Oh god. Is that how you scale? On what? That wasn't even on Y. I don't know what that was. See, my main goal is my main goal is to not have, there's a where is it? Okay, actually that works. Oh yeah, it should work. Like it was right here when it was coming this way, but I changed that, so it shouldn't actually. Okay, let me see if that worked. Actually, it did work. I am the smartest man on the planet, I think. I take all credit for it. All right, so boom. So now we get to see the real time. Yeah, you see that tilt down? It's a little weird. Yeah, I think I gotta fix that. Camera. So it is. Let me see. It's this frame right here. So we need to rotate a little bit, like so. It's barely a little bit, but if I did it too much, it's not bad. It's still there a little bit. Yeah, shoot. So it's like a double dip. I want it to be smooth, like zoom, goes down, and then it dips back, and it goes down again. I don't want it to go down again. So wait, if it take that one out, it's gonna break everything, but I just want to see it. Actually, it doesn't really break anything. Hold on. That's not bad. Didn't break anything either. That's weird. I thought it would break a whole bunch of stuff. Man, you know what I need to do? I need to bring in the song to this project so that I can time out the music to the camera movement. So I'm not gonna really do any fine tuning anymore. I'm just gonna concentrate on building and figure out the timing later, because I kind of like this pace, but I think it's gonna be, once I get the track in here, then it's gonna be like boom. But I like the pace so far. Excuse me. Oh, Mandalorian. Hold up, let me. Hold up. Mandalorian. God darn it. Apparently, they showed an extended clip of Mandalorian, and that got leaked. Wait, should that be opaque or should it be? Oh, additive. Yeah. I was like, what the hell? Is that thing not clear? It should be, yeah, additive. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. And then I put the thing in it. Yeah, because these are additive. Yeah. What the fuck? It's like, what the hell? That's good because, oh, that fell out of focus. Hold on. So it's there. That's out of focus. So I forgot to focus on this real quick. Oh, it's this way. Right? No, okay, that's 0. It's very narrow. There it is. Oops. Is this thing? I think it's like kind of sunken into. Let me see. Oh no, there we go. That's right. Alright, so wait a second. Let me make sure. Boom. So that one shouldn't be. Oh, that's far away, but it's still. That's 80, but it's still in focus. That's weird. Oh, because it's the f-stops, probably. So. And then, well, if we change the f-stops, yeah. I don't think that worked. It's not quite. Oops. 3. Actually, the turn it off. The motion blur should actually kind of fix it. Not really. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up. So that's. I'll mess with that later. I'm not. Carl Weathers. The Tonka has earned his slot at Brock Lesnar, but AJ still cares. Freaking wrestling. So wait, let me make sure that that changed some stuff here. I don't know if the. Hold up. All right, so I gotta make sure that these nebula aren't freaking out here. So if it's there, focal distance. Put 0 and 0. Nothing's happening. All right, so what if I do this? That's not gonna work either. It's cube 004. Okay. Boom. that's motion blur, right? I think that's the motion. Let me turn it off real quick. Yeah, it's motion blur. Yeah, I gotta turn that. Yeah, it was. Okay, can't do that. So I'll just do it by hand. It's fine. I mean, it doesn't look that off. Might be a little soft, but I can mess with it, I guess. Done the cats. Sorry. I guess I'm gonna watch that clip, huh? Cool thing about CG, cool thing about this is that I can create whatever, right? And then the camera could go anywhere, so it's really kind of cool. It's like what you see in the movies. It's like, oh, they can do whatever they want, really. So, you know, like the whole Ant-Man sequences, that's all CG. It's a little dude and running in through the computer and stuff. That's all CG and stuff. Excuse me. So I have to redo this hallway. I mean, just changing the material actually helped a lot. So maybe I'll just do some different panels instead of ripping everything apart. I could do some different panels and a little bit different floor stuff and call it a day. You know? This part right here is way too long. So I'm gonna move all of this stuff over. How can I do that? Control? Oh, get out of here. And nope. Question, how do I move it? How do I move it? Let me see. No. No. G? Oh my gosh. I am so clever. Oh, I'm so clever. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so clever. So boom. That's still a little slow. So from here to here, I can tighten it up a little bit. Yeah. Alright, so let's do that. And what do I do? G? G. See if that worked. That's better. That's better. And then this goes just the way it was before. Zoom. Zoom over, man. Zoom. Yeah, that works. I like that. And now I can extend the end. Because that was one of the problems. I mean, this part is a little slow too. That's weird. Why? Oh, I know why. Because I turned this stupid thing on. Hold on. No, it wasn't sea lights. That's a material, right? Emission strength. I just need it barely on. So what's the point? Or just one? Or no, not even one. 0.1, yeah. Okay. And then the light itself, which is right here. That's what it was. It was this thing. Ugh. This lamp. If I can get it. Okay. Just don't want to cooperate. Cooperate with me. Cooperate with me. What light is that? Ah, there it is. Okay. Energy's already pretty low. There, it's off. Specularity. Size? Size doesn't matter. Yeah, why am I getting all this? That's my thing. It's like, it wasn't like that before. And maybe because, oh, wait a second. Did I turn on bloom or something? Is it the bloom? No. Depth of field, need that. Screen space reflections. Oh, screen space reflection. Oh, because I adjusted this. Yeah, that's what it was. So wait a second. Hold up. Let me see something real quick. Doot. Wow, that's not quick. 11.34 seconds was the last render, whatever that was. I don't remember. And this one is longer. 17. Yeah, that's ugly. Ew. Ew, yucky yuck. So that's the roughness. So let's pull that roughness down. Let's see what we got now. And that's screen space reflections. Yeah, so why was it so high? That doesn't make any sense. Because I want the reflections to be... I don't want to be rough and stuff. And especially it's going to give me all that crap. Yeah, that's a little better. It's a little super clean, but I can live with that. So... Oh, hold up. I think it changed some other stuff too. Or is it was just that light? Well, anyway. This way. Come back in this room and see what's going on here. It's all the same. Trace precision. Half res trace. Yeah, that's that way it gives me some cycles back. I don't think the precision needs to be perfect. You know? Because it's not really showing that much anyway. Like, it's just right there, which is fine. And here, which just shows the ceiling and stuff a little bit. But everything else is like not even. Oh wait. How did that work out? Oh, trace precision is actually kind of good. I don't mind it deforming now, so let me see what the quality is on that. Alright, so I gotta play this. Got me freaking wondering. Oh, dude, it's 7 minutes. Hold up. I gotta go to the real thing. Come over here. Dude, sugar the boot. Carl Weathers.
This.
Ah! Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Judged by any metric. Safety, prosperity, peace. Compare imperial rule to what is happening now. Is the world more peaceful since the revolution? Look outside. It comes.
Wow. Okay, you know what? I don't care what Bridget says. We get into Disney streaming, cause that, yo, Star Wars, except for the whatever the Respawn game, Star Wars. Come on. Oh my goodness. I couldn't show. I didn't want to show it, but wow, wow, wow. I haven't been this excited for a show in a long time. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm looking at the render. That's pretty good, actually, too. Wow, that was good. That was great. Oh, man, my insides are all tingling. That was so dope. Oh, my gosh. If you guys haven't seen it, see the leaked footage of The Mandalorian. It's like a 7-minute video. Oh, boy. Oh, gosh. Man, Disney is firing on 1,000 cylinders right now. That's so crazy. You know what? Okay. All right. Let me try to fix this part right here, because that pan around is too fast. This right here, from here to here is too fast, but from here, so if wait, it goes from here to here to here. So this one, I need to take this out. Oh no, I didn't need to take that. I need to move stuff around. That's what I need to do. Right. So if I move, wait. Boom, boom, boom. So if I move this over, oops. Oops. Keep hitting the wrong stuff now. Oh, okay, it did slow it down, so I need to move this over to. That's a little better. Whoa. Okay, that's not gonna work out, so let's move all this stuff back. Stop playing. Yeah, that's better. So let me go back to this one here. I kind of like that. I mean, so wait. Yeah, so that's too long. So this is what we'll do. Do this, then over here. And the hell is that? Still from here to here is too fast. From here to here. So let's see if we can. I know I adjusted it the other way, but let me adjust it back this way a little bit. See if it'll. So let's see. So this is still a little. That's a little better. Yeah, that's a little better. All right, I can deal with that. Yeah, that first section is still too fast though. I think it might just be the movement of the, like how it kind of swerves around the zoom. So, boom. It said so let's see what it is actually. So it's from here to here to here. So it's between these two. That's a little better. It doesn't do that bouncy thing there. That's all right. So the Z is, I need that camera position. Z is blue. Z location, which is this one. Okay, there. Oh. So Z location. Does it go up? Yeah, I guess it does go up a little bit. So it goes up there, and then it's there. But I don't want it to go up there. I want it to go up there. Whoa. So I want it. So this has to be lower. It doesn't need to go up. So this needs to. Ah, that far. Something like that. Whoa. Ay, ay, ay. Come on, there we go. Yeah, I just want to curve this, man. Just so this one, maybe. There we go. I think that's it. Ah. What is that? It still does the hard boom. I mean, it's, yeah, it's a hard. Nope. Okay, yeah, there we go. So it goes up again, so. That's not bad. It kind of is bad. Back to where it was. I'm still there. There we go. Yeah, that's better. I'll leave it. I'm not gonna mess with it right now. Like I said, I gotta finish the modeling and stuff. Man, that Mandalorian stuff got me hyped. Ding 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 ding. I wonder if I don't think motion blur works in this. Yeah, that's good. No, it doesn't work in here. Which is fine. Look at that. Pretty brown eyes. I do like this more better. We won't see all those jaggies. Actually, I haven't even really. Yeah, see, it's gone. I have to see what the anti-aliasing is at. I haven't touched that stuff yet. So 15.96 was the last one. And let's see, which is 18.11. It's getting up there. I don't like that. Viewport sample 60, render sample is 128. I did up that, so that's why. Viewport denoising, of course. So wait, what was I looking at again? Wait, indirect lighting's in there, right? Oh, I could bake it. Oh, maybe I should do that. I probably should. Because if I do that, then the render will fucking fly through. But that's after everything's set. I'll set up everything perfect, bake the lighting, see what it looks like, and then I guess go from there, right? Turn off all the lights and see what goes. I don't know. Subsurface scattering. I don't need that. I don't think I need that. Oh, AA. That's what I was looking for. That anti-aliasing. Oh wait, let's make sure this is on film. This is not on film. I don't know what that does. Wait, is it color management? Yeah, there it is. Filmic. That's what I want. Filmic. Yes, sRGB gamma. The filmic log. Yes. That's what I want. Wait, where was that? Color management. So there's stuff here. Curves. What's going on here? Oh, color curves. Color correct. We're not gonna do that yet. We're not ready. Simplify and freestyle. No, we're not doing that. Alright, cool. So let's squish all this stuff back here so we can have a somewhat. Wait, what if I put it on transparent? What happens? You know what? I'm not gonna do that. Wait, hold up. Let me see something here. Wait, what? Does it feel cleaner or something? Or am I just imagining that? No, it's just imagining. It's my imagination. I was looking for this here. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't do anything. I don't think it does anything. That's fine. So pretty much. Oh, I gotta go. And then I'll figure out the end space there. But that's not bad actually. And it's a little bit faster at the end of the. That's gonna animate open. So that'll be cool. Eventually. Alright, well I think I'm done. So what was that? 3 hours and a little bit. I pretty much stream every day, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, slowly but sure. Did I build? I didn't even build anything today. I was just messing with this camera stuff, and it kind of sucks. But I did fix a little bit of stuff, which is good. I think I'm gonna probably change Suzanne, or I don't know what I'm gonna do with her. I have to figure it out. I'll probably put her somewhere else though. Actually, I don't think it. I'm not sure if she is good right there. And that blanket is still suspect. I mean, it's not bad, but you can see some of the geometry on it, so it's like, wee. But it's moving by so fast that it's not like, you know. So we'll see. But that render time's creeping up though. 18 seconds. I had a 15-second. No, that's 13. That's not bad. So I have to figure out. I'm not even done modeling. Actually, I think it's because of those reflections, the shiny metal floor stuff and all that stuff, all this reflexive stuff. I can't talk. But I mean, compared to 3 minutes or whatever it was in Cycles, this is like woof. Even though Cycles gives you a better render, because it's ray tracing, this is still better because, I mean, just time-wise, I can't have my computer on for a freaking 3 weeks rendering this freaking video. It's not gonna work. I didn't even, let me do the math. So, if it's 16, it's 6 it is 6049 frames times 3, let's just say 3 minutes. No, that didn't work. Hold on a second. It would be seconds. 6049 frames times oh, hold on. Jesus, but Jesus. So 3 3 times 60 is 190, 180. Oh, 180. Oh my god. $180, right? So 6049 times 180. I believe it's what? Okay. What? 1,088,820 seconds. So wait, does that work? $18,147 minutes? Divided by 60. 302 hours. That's not right. That's not right. 6,000 frames. Alright, 6,000 frames at 24 frames per second. Okay. So it's 145,176 seconds. Right, of footage times 3 equals 435,528 seconds divided by 60. So it'd be 7,258.8 minutes divided by 60. 120 hours divided by 24. 5.04 days. I don't think so. No. Can't do that. 5 days rendering? No. Not for this. No. And when I look at this image, I'm like, yeah, that's good enough. Like I said before, it's the good enough generation. Anyway. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm gonna render that. I'm gonna go inside and play some zigzags. Something. Play something or pass out. Probably watch some YouTube and then pass out. That's what I usually do. I'm gonna play some Xbox and I go click, click. That's not bad. That's not bad. The little details here and stuff. And remember, this is 1080p. This isn't even 4K render. This is just regular old 1080p render, which is what I'm gonna do first, because the 4K render is gonna take roughly 4 times as long, but this render should take about 4 hours or something, like 4.5, 4 to 5 hours, I would say. I'd say probably 5 because I'm still adding stuff, but yeah, this Eevee is just so much. I mean, I was waiting because, like, when I was messing with Blender before, I was like, oh man, it takes so long to render, and then if the render is kind of broken, it's like, oh man, I messed up this one little thing. I gotta re-render it all over again, and hopefully, so I'm like, this is, 4 hours, like, boom, come back, all right, it's rendered, boom, and it looks pretty good, except for this part with the subsurface, not subsurface, the what the hell, screen space reflections. That's the only part that's kind of messing with me. But honestly, I could look past that. You know what I mean? I could look way past that. And actually, I'll probably end up making this material not as shiny, even though it looks cool on the floor, like especially like right there. So what I might do is like actually extend this floor out to here, across here, even though I like the texture of that. So that it'll be a little bit cohesive, and this great stuff is going. That's there. And there's stairs. I gotta build stairs for there. And there's no flat. Probably change that floor. I'm not happy with that yet, because I want every space to feel unique. So, all right. So let's mess with this real quick while we're sitting here before I let go. Okay, shiny metal. I don't think that's anywhere. I'll just add some roughness to it and see what it does. Where's the roughness? Oh, okay. Before I let you go away, can I get a kiss? All right, so that's way too rough. Let's bring it see. I want it like a little blurry. How about right there? Let me see. That way we get the reflections of these canisters and stuff, but it's not like a mirror, you know what I mean? It's pretty close though, actually. Be real. Well, something like that. And that way the walls aren't like crazy, like, oh man, it's still, you get a little bit of the color, but you don't, the screen space reflection stuff doesn't affect it that, I mean, it does, but it kind of hides the fact that it's not really accurate. Where's the, wait, I thought there was a shot where we saw the chair. I guess this 1.194. Oops. Hold up. Oh, because I changed the angle. That's why it's not there anymore. Or is it? Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, 0.194. There it is, right there. All right, cool. Yeah, that works. Just render that. See what it looks like. And then I'll go. Then I'll go. Pretty baby, you are the soul who's not my control. Not the bunny that way. That was who sang that? Who re-sang that? I was so sad when he did it too. It's the dude who died. He used to write a lot of Mary J. Blige's songs, and he's the lead singer intro. He had HIV, I believe he died of. And okay, that's all right. That's all right. I could live with that. Excuse. What was that? It's like I'm heaving. Heave ho. Pretty baby. So I got to figure out what I want to put in there. Do. Oh wait, hold up. Hold up. Like stop. That means stop, guy. I mean, come on. All right, so that's there. It's a glass. Okay, that works. Additive, transparent shadow. What does this transparent shadow look like? I don't see it. Yeah, I don't. Alright, let's show backface, screen space, refraction. Sure. Refraction depth. I don't think we should. Subsurface translucency. All right. Well, I'll have to figure that out when I add the image to that. Let's see if we can do that. Wait, how do shading? And then we add an input. No, it's a texture. Image texture. Boom. Color to color. Open. Let's choose something. Whatever, it doesn't matter actually. So let's see what happens. I don't. That's that one right there. Let's see what we got here. And it works. Oh my gosh, it works. Yeah, I see it. Oh, so excited. So excited. I can see it. It's not strong, but I can see it. Is that gonna bring it up a little bit? Yeah, there we go. IOR. What is IOR? Input value used for unconnected socket. Sure, it's reversed and upside down, but that's the image. Go back to my nodes, yo. Yeah, there it is. So how do I No, we want color. Oh, it does it on all of them. Okay, so I have to change the material on this one. Yeah. Okay, I see what it. Yeah. That works. Roughness. No, we don't want it rough. We want it smooth. So let me see. So I'm gonna have to. I guess I'm gonna have to draw. Yeah, that works. It's a little out of focus, but change this to reg mode. I don't know if it's out of well, actually, it's not out of focus. What it is, nah, it is out of focus a little bit. But I think it's the double image because I think it's I don't think I changed the show back face. That's what it is. I think that's what it is. So when it goes off to an angle, it shows the double image and it screws it up a little bit. So it's like right there. So if I take show back face off, yeah, it should fix it. But it's blurrier. Hold on. Okay, we're not gonna do that. So I think that, I guess the depth, the focal length isn't correct on that because the back face is clearer than that one. So it's out of focus. So let's see if we can fix that. Camera. Focal distance. So I just missed it. Oh, you saw it? It's like right there. Where'd it go? I just had it. I hate these refreshing clouds. That's kind of it right about there. Right about there. Shoot. Hold on a second. I didn't look at that. I think it was 0.5 or something like that. Yeah, point. Point 0.48 again, obviously. So we're there. Focus. Out of focus. Do another one there. See if it should be 0.48. Oh, it's a little bit. It's a little bit higher. Yeah, we'll do it there. This is a better. Wait, did I do it? No. There you go. That's weird. So that one and that one and that one. So it should be right. That's good. That's good. That's good. That way, if my art is hot garbage, then it won't be too bad. And then those two I gotta change. Alright, cool. See? Every time I work on this thing, get a little bit done. So I just gotta get the image, draw the image, and all that good stuff. I think I see another problem with that screen space reflection. So I'll address it a little later. I'm not worried about it right now. I like that, but I think that might take a little too long as well, but not really. Once again, each time it kind of slows down to a spot, it's a storytelling element, so I need to get those right. And I think the hook is supposed to start here. That's a little better. I definitely like that better than all that crazy noise going on. I don't know what that is. Oh, I think it's just the thing coming through. Delete it real quick. So, wait, what is that? That is. Oh, that's the floor. That's the floor. I can't delete that. Yeah, it's the floor. Leave that alone. Actually, I'll leave that grate there because it kind of connects to this. So that grate and that grate in that hallway would be the same. We'll leave those, and I'll probably put a door on that end. and then put some regular good stairs and a nice hallway over on the top part. That way, yeah, it's looking good, man. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I mean, there's details everywhere I need to fix and make better and stuff, but like overall, it's feeling okay. I wish I could. I mean, I can, but I like getting more detail into these that ship in particular. But that was my third attempt, so I think I'm pretty good with it. I like the overall design. I think I might have to go back and super tweak it and put like a super amount of detail on it, because I was looking at that TIE fighter image on the Rise of Skywalker. And I'm like, yo, there's little blips and bloops all over in there, and that's kind of the key to like hard surface modeling is scale. So if you have a ship like that, which is it's about the size of a giant SUV, you get those little itty bitty details, little screws, little bolts, little connections, little wires, maybe if you want to be sloppy. So that's one thing I have to think about and do more of. Stop being lazy. But I like the general shape of it, so I think I'm gonna just go back and tweak the model, add some super details. Maybe I'll add some rivets to each panel so that it looks like it's kind of riveted together like a proper space ship. Or I have to look at I want to use the Dragon. Actually, I can do it right now. Use the Dragon 1. I think it's Dragon 1, right? As reference as far as the skin. Dragon. It's Dragon 1. That's what it's called, right? One. Spacecraft? Space Dragon Stage 1 Return? SpaceX. Is that an actual picture of it? Yeah, okay, so check it. Let me pull over. So check it. So let me pause this. Great, I knew it was gonna happen. There it is. So, if we, I think I did that wrong. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So if you look at it, it's just like like a plane or any other type of vehicle where you just rivet, all rivets everywhere. So basically every, not every, but a lot of the seams have rivets, especially when there's two plates next to each other. So rivets all over. So that's what I have to do. For the ship, zip zoop, for this guy, I'm gonna have to rivet all of these, ding 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 ding, all of these sections here, and these, anything that has a gap. Sorry about that, a gasket. I popped. I think those rivets will do a lot, but I'm not sure about the rest of them. Some of them do have it. Yeah, they do. And then there's like a skin or something on it. It's kind of weird. Huh. Let me see. Is there better pictures? It's in space already. Wait, actually, you know what? Let me see something here. It actually doesn't have, like the return capsule doesn't have rivets. Oh, here's the new one. Oh, that one's so pretty. Yeah, the new one doesn't have them either. So no, I can't. It's not necessary. Because those are older versions, I guess. Yeah, I just realized that. I'm so dumb. Yeah, the new Dragon doesn't have any rivets. It's a smooth surface. Oh boy. Yeah, that's the old one. Yeah, the new Man Dragon. That's gonna be interesting. That's like future. It's like, look at this. It's like the future, man. So freaking. This is a render, I believe. This is not real. Looks too cool, too pristine to be real. But I do see a little bit of rivet work, so you know what? I might do a few plates. A few plates with some rivets, and there's some around the edge right there too. But I think this is like mostly unibody. That's why they don't need to rivet. So like I said before, maybe I'll do this panel rivet, maybe this one rivet. I sound like a frog. Rivet. We'll see. I don't know. I gotta mess with it. Where's my baby? Where's my baby? There you are. Hey, darling. And like a lot more detail on the feets, the landing gear. I kind of stopped. I was like, oh, that's good enough. So, but I can add some stuff to it, but it's not super necessary because, you know, you see it for a sec, it's moving by, you're not like focused on it, but every little detail adds to the realism. So it's the detail in the ship, detail in the room, blah blah blah. Anyway, I'm so tired, so I'm gonna end it right now. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Be back tomorrow for another time. Till the wait.